Hello and good evening, everyone. And my captions aren't working. That's annoying. Well, I fixed that. Good evening and welcome to the first full episode of Monster of the Week Act 3. Our new Monster of the Week campaign that happened, like, really fast and now is a thing that we do. We don't really know how we got here, but nonetheless, we are most pleased to share the crazy shit that we've come up with all of you. And, it's going to be really cool. I'm so excited. I've been brainstorming stuff. Here, it's my captions. Great. I've been brainstorming stuff for ever. And I didn't decide, as always is the case, I didn't decide exactly what I wanted to do until, like, half an hour ago. And I hope it works. But in the meantime, what I have come up with, what I have brainstormed and had so much fun doing, is creating this weird little world of ours that we've made together. If y'all didn't see it, our session 0 is on YouTube. You can find it there. There's the link I just dropped in there to go back and see how we came up with what we're going to be doing. We've also had a lot of input from our community on Discord that has chosen the name of our new monster hunting organization, and I'm proud to announce this isn't really like a surprise if you were watching the polling, but I can say formally now that coming in first place by a fucking country mile is Drama. Go figure. TTRPGs, am I right? Our secret organization will be called DRAMA, which is an acronym standing for Dimensional Relations and Metaphysical Affairs. So thank you. Thank you to everyone who voted in the poll, who made that absolutely crush all other competition. Much appreciated. And moving forward, that will be the name of our shadowy government organization. Much appreciated. Now, speaking of shadowy government organization, I have before me several dramatists who will be participating in the festivities this evening, and I would like to introduce you to all of them. You should know them, you should love them, but if you don't, you will soon. Both know and love them, and I will begin with someone I know and love quite well. Down to my left, my boy Wally.
Oh, almost choked on a Skittle.
Easy
Sup,
there, bud.
y'all? How are you? How's everyone doing tonight?
Wonderful,
It's your
man.
boy Wally. He, him pronouns. I am very excited for this game. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Should I do my character? Should I just...
Yeah. For anyone who didn't
later
see
on?
Session 0, who are you playing?
Oh, okay. Well, I am playing Marcus, the spell slinger. I am so very excited to play him, especially after I decided just to like toss Colin a nice little fun ball, like, here, play with Cat. And yeah, I am very excited for this.
Yeah, everyone was very accommodating in making their 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s, which are a kind of standard questionnaire that we use for that I can't remember where I first got it. I would love to give credit where credit's due, but I honestly cannot remember the first person who showed it to me. But it's a standard questionnaire for helping build characters, build backstories and stuff like that. And yeah, Marcus decided to put in his 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 that significant NPC in his life is Cat. So, not a person named Cat, not like our friend, just a cat. Yeah, an actual cat. A tuxedo tabby, which is adorable and just my favorite.
It's my favorite breed of cat. That's
Yeah,
why
no,
I had
cute.
I had a tuxedo tabby and I loved him. He was dumb as a brick, but I loved him so much.
Yeah.
I'm just mad I didn't think of it first.
Do we all have significant NPCs that are named after creatures? Because mine is Phoenix Ramirez.
Yeah,
like,
Phoenix. Yeah.
Yeah, who is not strictly speaking a person in the literal sense of the word anymore.
Well,
It's
Phoenix.
parts of a person.
Yeah.
He used to be, and now he's mostly just a skeleton and a government badge.
No bones about it.
You're the worst.
Hey.
I'm gonna do a quick. You're gonna see a really weird angle of me for a second while I do a little quick change behind the scenes. But, okay. Yeah, we have a spell slinger trained by a cat. Awesome, love it. Let's work with that. let's go down now to my dear Anna. Who you playing this night? How you doing, first of all? Who you playing?
How am I doing? I'm doing great. I'm extremely excited for this game. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm Anna, Nymeria941 online. You probably see me there hollering about things. And tonight, I'm going to be playing Louisa, who's our monstrous playbook. And she is a ghost that used to haunt a summer camp. She used to work there. That's where she died. She doesn't like to talk about it, but now she lives in Colorado.
It's really uncomfortable to talk about how you died. I can imagine that's like not a. I think it's just. I don't know ghost culture, but I just feel like it's something that's very rude to ask anyone.
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
By the way, I did find for Phoenix Ramirez, I did have to go looking for this, but I do have just the thing for this.
Yes!
It scares me every time.
Oh, God.
Horrifying but amazing.
hope you
Excuse
get
me,
better
I'm your
soon.
boss. Don't go saying that shit to me. All right,
Oh,
so
you said last night.
Oh, wait, really? You Phoenix? We're gonna talk about this. Okay, so, yes, we have summer camp ghost turned secret operative, a monstrous member of drama, a real breaking down some barriers, man. That's what you're doing here. And finally, at the far right, we have Sevi.
Literally, no one's ever referred to me as far right before.
I was thinking it as I said it.
Hello, I'm Savvy, Savvy Seaworth on the internet. That's where you can find all of my stuff and my schedule. Tonight, I am playing Naomi Caldwell, the spooky.
Yeah, and a really interesting person, Naomi Caldwell.
She has brain powers.
She can control things with her brain. Yeah, she has many powers. Right.
Many powers.
Many powers. So, let us begin.
Including these bangs, am I right?
Am I right? And the lashes, though, for real.
Right? Those
you.
bangs is the real spooky.
This is fucking fanning the room with those things. Love it. All right, so let us begin the way I always like to begin a Monster of the Week adventure. I have a bit of an MO. I really love doing Monster of the Week as if I am watching an episode of Buffy. And to me, that means that you have to have a cold opening. What is a good Monster of the Week show without a cold opening? So, where is my... Ah, there it is. Okay. So we will begin tonight, far away from the bright lights of Denver, or the somewhat muted tones of the city that lies beneath that we will be exploring soon. We begin instead at a church. Small, tucked away, little wooden building. It is St. George's Church of Denver itself, but sits far out in the suburbs, away from all of the really the more urban environments. This church, on this particular day, like so many other days, is a home for anger and vitriol. We hear, as our camera zooms in through the front door, we see a small sanctuary, sparsely populated, only a few seats in the pews, or only a few people seated in the pews. But a man standing at the pulpit, preaching as if he was preaching to the entire assembled St. Peter's Square. His voice booming off of the walls, rattling the stained glass windows with these thunderous exhortations of rage. What he says is not important. Suffice to say, it is hateful and intolerant. And the people, the few there, are lapping it up, listening with great attention. He finally steps down from the pulpit and down onto the floor, walks down the center aisle, touching people as he goes, just gracing his hand across their foreheads, and they seem to faint at the mere touch of his fingertip. Our camera pulls back, and we see a man dressed in coveralls standing at the front doorway, arms folded, looking at this bizarre scene. And he shakes his head and turns and walks out. Our camera follows him. This man in coveralls we now see is dirty. His knees are stained with mud. He's clearly been kneeling down in the dirt. He puts on a pair of work gloves, walks around the side of the church, and finds another place where he kneels down and begins gardening again. This man seems to be a caretaker of some kind, but has no patience for what is said inside this church. We follow him now as he heads back toward a shed behind the church. He enters, places his tools down on the bench, removes his gloves, and seems to ready himself to leave. As he turns to walk back out of the church, or to walk back out of the shed, he stops suddenly. We cannot see what he sees, but his eyes are wide with terror. He tries to make a sound. His lips move. They mumble, but nothing comes out. When suddenly, a piece of stained glass emerges from his throat. There is a sick sound as a piece of shattered glass slices through his throat. He clutches at it, blood pooling between his fingers, before collapsing on the ground and dying. The camera pulls back, and the scene goes black. We will leave him there now, to die alone in that shed behind that hateful little church. And instead, we will return to Denver. Denver, the capital of the West. Palatial city of the Rockies. Home to so very much. This is, of course, the year 1999, before it is home to some of the finest kush in all of the West. Back then, it is still, nonetheless, the gateway to the American West, the gateway to the Rockies. Beautiful, scenic, high elevation. We zoom down now. From high above, we can see the tips of the buildings. We can see the bright lights of the skyscrapers. But our camera zooms down now into a apartment window, located not in the gleaming heart of downtown, but instead just off a bit in a sort of cheaper area of town. Clearly this is a somewhat run-down apartment. The window is broken in one place that has been patched over with cardboard and duct tape. A shutter hangs from a hinge to the right. But as we zoom in through this window, we see a young woman with black hair and straight bangs who was up early. The sun has only just risen, but she is already awake. She is already dressed, and she is in her kitchen pouring herself her first cup of coffee. Naomi. As you pour this first cup of coffee and prepare for your first day on an abnormality containment team for drama, what is going through your head and what are you doing?
Right now I think she's debating if she's going to wear the kind of clothes she normally wears, or if she is going to try to dig out that one button up out of the back of her closet that she knows probably doesn't No, you know what? It's fine. They hired me looking like this. This is what I'm gonna wear. Yeah.
How is she in terms of, is she nervous at all for this first day?
I don't think it's nervous. I think it's more like apprehensive. I think she's more like, okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna see what this is actually all about. Training done. Now we're gonna get into the actual job, and it's gonna be like every other job I've ever had, and now it's suddenly not all sunshine and rainbows. And we'll see what happens. Not optimistic, but ambivalent. Maybe this will work.
This coffee is extra strong this morning, and you do have a slight headache. Graduation yesterday from the academy, the drama school, as it's known, jokingly referred to as Juilliard by the attendees. You completed Juilliard yesterday. You had your graduation ceremony, and you were told the team you would be assigned to. The teams, abnormality containment teams, or ACTs. There are several of them. You have been assigned to Act 1, the primary tip of the spear containment team. This is a great, really a high honor that's been given to you. Some other friends that you've made in the academy have been assigned to other teams, and this has been to somewhat of your advantage, so to speak. Some people that you know you will not be working with in the future. One of whom is currently located about 10 feet away from you, just now stirring. Marcus, you have a pounding headache today. The first rays of sunshine are coming in through the window. Everyone partied pretty hard the night before, after graduation. Is Marcus much of a drinker?
Marcus is a drinker.
Mm.
Yes, he is. He's young. He knows what he is about. He will party hard.
You partied hard even by your standards.
Oh.
And as the first rays of sunshine hit your face, you can feel this just like throbbing vein in your head.
Son of...
And you awaken in an unfamiliar bed.
Okay, Marcus. Scroll back. What happened? Party, drinking, graduation.
You're talking to yourself.
Oh. Hey.
Hey.
Mourning.
There's aspirin in the bedside table.
Thank you. He rolls over and grabs the bottle of aspirin, opens it, and just takes one, two of them, and just shotguns into his mouth and just swallows it.
Oh, dry, gross.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, God, my headache is killing me. How are you?
Fine.
Great. So I'm just gonna get up and
You want a coffee?
that would be great. Also, I was saying I was gonna go outside and get coffee, but if you're offering, that'd be great.
Oh, just so you know, I have a 1 coffee rule.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That's a fair rule. Yeah.
Cream and sugar?
Yeah. Cream, 1 sugar.
Got it. To make him a coffee.
He gets out of the bed.
Drink it real slow, bud. You only get 1.
Yeah.
1 and you're out.
That's it. He gets out of the bed and just rubs his forehead, but just trying to like recall everything in his mind, and like you kind of like see that whole like a mind palace kind of situation where you see you see Marcus like legit just walking through a hallway where you see a bunch of large portraits on walls, like just showing off everything that happened during the night. And there is just one of them is just nothing but like black, and then him waking up. Another portrait of him waking up now. It's like, great. All right, cool. He gets dressed and he meanders out to where the coffee is being taken care of. That was a great party last night, by the way.
Which one?
The one, not the first one after the first graduation. The one when we went to the that one bar. God, what was the name of it? I want to say something like a pretentious like one word kind of thing. I want to say maybe Scoops or something. I don't know.
No, that was the ice cream joint you went to at 2 a.m.
That was probably, yeah. That sounds like the ice cream joint I went to at 2 a.m. Yeah, early morning ice cream. Things are real slow. Savoring every single bit of caffeine that passes through his lips. So I'm just gonna ask, did we?
Oh, you don't remember?
I vaguely remember the party.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember drinking a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember you. Oh, yes, we talked. Oh, that's right. Yes, we talked about. Oh, right. We talked about Depeche Mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what it was. That's what we talked. We talked about Depeche Mode, and we had a bit of an argument over what was the better album. But then someone else jumped in, tried to put their opinion, but we trumped their opinion with our opinion, and then more talking happened. Oh, then we came back here. Okay, yeah, yeah.
You do remember that part, though.
I do remember it.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
The Depeche Mode. Is that what you kids are calling it these days?
Yeah, so pretty good party.
Yeah, it was a great party. Last night was also very fun.
Good.
Takes a long sip of his coffee, sighs and sets it down. Like, all right, it was very fun last night, Naomi.
Yeah. Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus. Yeah.
Take it as a compliment. That doesn't usually happen.
I will. Yeah. So I'll see you. I'll see you around. And he finishes off the cup of coffee, sets it down. He walks over to the coat rack, and the coat lifts up off the rack and sits on his shoulders as he goes towards the door.
I'm going to redeem something that Cooper the Wizard supplied for us. Marcus, the difference between you and Naomi, the reason why she's chill and you're not, you were offered a cocktail referred to as the party starter. And it turns out it was the party finisher. That shit fucked you up. I am now accepting input from chat on what goes in a party starter cocktail, but you had a couple of those and it did things. But hey.
Oof.
And oh man, we've all had this morning, but as you walk outside, as the fresh air hits you for the first time, it's
and he heads over to a trash bin, and he tries like, got it, sit, nope, and he lets it all out.
Oh,
Real respect for hanging on to it till you got out of the apartment.
he was trying his best to keep it in there the whole
Yes.
entire time. Tried to look suave when he left, but then as soon as he stepped outside,
There could be an argument made that you could now redeem. You never really got to have that one coffee because you just puked it all over the sidewalk. So
yeah,
there's a good faith argument that you might be due for another one. But
yeah, he does look at that. He's like, why was it a one coffee rule? And he goes to get himself another coffee.
All right, Marcus, you set about your day knowing that soon you'll be beginning. You know them. You and Naomi were assigned to different teams. You will not be working together, which made that less weird. You have been assigned to Act 3. Alongside two people you've gotten to know pretty well. One being Louisa, and the other one being a fellow mystic, more in line with Naomi's style of mysticism, a fellow by the name of Alex Grant, who will be, the three of you will make up the team. Naomi has been assigned to a kind of like rock star team, but I don't have the names of the NPCs in front of me right now, so we'll come back to that later. But you have Naomi's been assigned to a solid ass team with Act 1. I'm sure on some level looking forward to it. Louisa. Meanwhile, as Marcus sets off to get himself a coffee, we see Marcus standing in line, waiting for a to-go cup. As the camera pans down, we see the soles of his shoes. We go through the sidewalk, down through the earth, through the sewer, and even lower. Until suddenly the shot widens into a cavernous space. They call the city Auraria. It is the underground secret city created by drama. It's only about 5 years old. And it is truly a feat of human and monstrous engineering. It looks as if you could see a cross-section of Auraria and Denver, it looks almost as if Auraria is the reflection of Denver reflected in a puddle on the ground. The buildings hang from the ceiling like stalagmites or stalactites. I always fucking forget which one is which, but whatever one's hang from the ceiling.
The tights have to hold on tight to not fall down.
Okay, that's not going to be helpful. Okay, so those
Stalagmites stand mightily, while stalactites hang tightly.
Every time someone's given me a mnemonic to remember it, it doesn't work. It never pertains.
Tightly? Excuse me, what?
Yes, that. But the buildings of Auraria hang from the ceiling like stalactites. They are connected by hundreds and hundreds of bridges that intersect all through. Below this massive cavernous space is an underground lake, fed essentially by the gray water system of Denver. At the very center, the buildings of Auraria circle around this big empty cavernous space in the middle where a huge waterfall pours down, permanently dumping water into the lake below that is filtered and recycled and used for the citizens of Auraria. Because buildings here are rather expensive to create, people tend to live in with several roommates in order to afford housing. Living spaces are small, but still comfortable. And Louisa, you have one such apartment in Auraria. On this particular morning, you don't sleep really, but do you kind of like cloister yourself to one room during part of the day or part of the night or something? Or?
Oh yeah, Louisa has a bedroom, like a private space kind of thing. The closest that she comes to sleeping is kind of just like standing in one place, almost like a powered down robot, just sort of like slightly hovering off the ground in her like spectral form. And she just kind of looks like she's staring off into space, and she's not really sleeping per se, but she kind of daydreams a little bit. But yeah. They always said that you can sleep when you're dead, but it turns out you can't, so.
Well, you had a fun time last night celebrating your graduation. You are now ready. You've been assigned to your, Act 3. And though you can't party hardy quite the same way as you used to when you were alive, you still had a pleasant evening. As you leave your bedroom this morning and head downstairs to get ready for your first day of work, you are greeted by a grisly sight as you enter the kitchen. The mangled carcass of a deer is strewn across your floor, with blood and claw marks festooning the walls.
God damn it, Randy! Get your ass down here. What did I tell you about this? You're supposed to clean up the kitchen after you're done preparing your food.
You hear, from the living room, you just hear, like, clicking, just... And you hear a distracted Randy, oh, sorry, I'm in here. Kind of in the middle of something.
Look, listen, what if Louis comes downstairs and he sees the way that the kitchen looks? It's a mess. There's blood everywhere, okay? You were supposed to get that meat locker downtown 2 weeks ago to store all of your extra food, and it's all over the counter.
Yeah, no, I'll get it later. I'm just in the middle of something.
What are you in the middle of that's so important that you leave a freaking deer carcass all over the floor, Randy?
I'm just playing this game. It's real good.
What is it?
You, you, like, float past the deer carcass and into the living room, and he's just, like, hunched over on the couch. Randy, the, of course, werewolf roommate of yours, who is pretty, he's sort of like one of those guys, he can transform, but he's found a form that he's comfortable with, where he's kind of always a little, like, half werewolf, half human. He's kind of always mid-transformation, and he's just kind of comfortable in that state, so he doesn't go all in or all the other. Still has a taste for blood and flesh, but doesn't go full, feral, essentially. And he's just hunched over, he's got, like, a controller in his hand, and he's just playing this, looks like a kind of, like, first-person shooter that's really... just, like, lots of really, like, intense, like, bright lights and flashing music, and he's like, yeah, this shit's addictive, man. Yeah, try this.
Why? Does it have co-op?
Shit, yeah, I think so. I haven't tried that yet. I mean, I haven't been able to stop. It's pretty good, though. I've been trying to see if Roger wants to play. I don't know. He's, Roger is. He's a little bit grumpy.
Is Roger around? Is he? I can imagine Roger has just, like, in my mind, Roger's the kind of person that could have just been sitting there staring at us silently the entire time while we had this conversation. So it's just now occurred to me to be like, is Roger around?
Roger is around, but he's not sitting there.
Okay.
It's as he says Roger is kind of grumpy, you hear from above you, like, I heard that. And Roger is hanging from the ceiling. Directly above you. Upside down. Arms folded. Roger, of course, Roger has the appearance of about a 10-year-old. Because he was turned a vampire at a very young age. But he's actually well over 100 years old. And a very grumpy old man trapped in a 10-year-old's body. Roger just, like, opens one eye. Like, that is very bright. Do you mind? I'm trying to sleep. Could you two perhaps take this into another room?
You have a bedroom. you know, it's not your fault you fell asleep. Well, not on the couch exactly, but look, it's not your fault you fell asleep out here, but it is after 9 a.m., so it's all right if we're over here. Randy, the kitchen, please. I'm gonna see if I can get the second controller hooked up.
All right, shit. I'll try. And he pauses the game and puts the controller down and stands up to go to the kitchen and then like looks back at the controller and kind of like winces a little bit. All right, shit. And just kind of like storms off toward the kitchen. And Roger's like, he has not stopped playing that fucking game for days. Thank you for intervening.
You mean like literal days?
He's gotten up to eat some mangled deer flesh on occasion. He hasn't pissed the couch, if that's what you're wondering, no.
Hadn't been wondering about that, but I'm actually kind of glad that you told me, because gross.
Louisa, the noise around here has been out of control lately. I was wondering if perhaps we could have a flat meeting of sorts. It's been... The sounds from the basement are just really disturbing ever since she moved in.
Yeah, you know, I kind of get that too. But if you're asking me to mediate over here, you're going to have to take over some of my chores for the month, because I'm starting a new job, and if I'm also mediating our roommate meeting conversation thing, I'm going to need some extra help.
Do you know the sound, Louisa? Have you heard it? When a creature...
I literally cannot fall asleep. I've heard everything.
I drink the blood of the living, and that scares the shit out of me. The screeching.
That's actually kind of funny.
The slapping. The screeching. I'm going to try to get some proper sleep.
Don't think too hard about the splashing noises, all right?
It's really impossible to not.
Just don't try not to. Try not to.
Can I nap in your room? Because Ruadri has gotten blood all over my room again, and you know how that makes me feel. I'm trying to control myself these days and not feed constantly, but he comes home with that stupid hat of his covered in blood and then splashes it all over everything, and it makes me want to eat everything. So, could I just hang upside down in your room for a few hours, please?
I think that would be fine. I'm gonna be gone most of the daylight hours anyway, so yes, you can.
Very good. Thank you. And he just like lazily drops from the ceiling and transforms into a bat and just scoots up the stairs. Alright, it's pretty much clean in here now. And Randy comes and hops back over the couch and picks up the controller. We doing co-op?
It's fine, pretty much. Yeah, but okay. I'm gonna go check first because I actually don't believe that he cleaned this up on the first try.
You go out. The deer carcass, like, is gone. But there's just like a bloody like drag mark across the kitchen floor to like the basement door, which is closed. But it looks like he just took it and threw it down into the basement.
You know what? I'm just gonna let this one slide because he did most of the heavy lifting, which is hard. I'm just gonna kind of swoosh ghost it up off the floor and down the garbage disposal. Bye. All right,
I just thought maybe
the game. Let's go.
shit, I mean, I just thought that maybe, like Masha and Lucrezia wouldn't mind, like, a little snack, so I just tossed that down there for them.
Yeah, it's probably real nice of you. I mean, they're getting their 60 minutes of cardio in a day.
Oh, yeah, no, I figured they
Couple
could use the
times.
energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she
They're pretty
paying rent?
hydrated, but
Is Masha paying rent, by the way?
yeah, that's the thing. We're gonna have to have a meeting about that because, well, we're gonna have to have a meeting about a lot of things for starters, but we're gonna have to talk about that because she's gonna at least have to chip in for the water bill.
Which is, like, I saw that shit. That's high, man. We're spending a lot.
Exorbitant.
And I don't know if you noticed, but, like, fucking water around here don't come cheap, dude. It's like, we gotta recycle all this shit from the sewage system and all. I don't understand how that shit works, but damn, I mean, it can't be, it's gonna be pricey, man. Alright, let's play this shit. Ready for the first roll of the game?
Is this the first roll? Oh god.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. You bet I am.
You bet I am. Just looking for the page here. Oh, yep, there it is. You have
The page for roll to co-op FPS.
roll plus cool.
Ugh, I am not very cool. Colin,
Yeah. Is it a
I'm
7?
going to laugh
Is it a 7?
because it's a 7.
Aggressively average.
It's the same fucking dice, dude.
Oh god, of course it is. Louisa, this silly little first-person shooter is really, really fucking fun. And you play several rounds with Randy. And you're not, I don't know if you've ever really been a big video game person, but this is like the most fun you've had playing a video game ever. It has this like pulsating soundtrack that's just like almost like binaural beats. These like,
Ooh.
yeah, really just massaging your brain with kind of like EDM, and these very bright flashing lights and just lots of high tense action, and it's super fun, and you just want to play more and more of it, and you play several rounds with Randy. And then notice that you are late for your first day of work.
Shit. Okay, this was real fun, but I gotta go try not to make too much of a mess while I'm gone. Okay, bye.
Yeah, alright, I'll be here. And when you get home tonight, we do that meeting?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Already out the door.
Have a nice first day, champ. And you, oh shit. Sorry. You take off. You are running late. You are going to be certainly late for your first meeting. You're supposed to be meeting with Deputy Director Ramirez and with your team for your first assignments. You hustle through the streets, which really here are bridges of Auraria. It is a vibrant, thriving underground city. Even though it's new, it is still nonetheless home to a population of about 100,000 humans and monsters of all kinds. Your roommates include a redcap, a werewolf, a vampire, a creature from the Black Lagoon, otherwise unclassified, a rusalka. But there is everything that you can imagine can be found in Auraria, and you pass several other ghosts along the way. The ghosts tend to be rather cordial with each other, and they sort of nod and smile as they go by. Monsters of the same type do tend to stick together, but there is tons of cooperation and interplay between them. And you hustle through the streets, floating along, until you reach Drama Headquarters, which lies directly beneath Denver Central Station, Denver Union Station. Little does anyone know that the entire staff of Denver Union Station are actually like essentially mind-controlled robots that help people steer people away from any entrance that might show them how to get down into Auraria, into Drama Headquarters. There is a lot of advanced technology at play here that essentially makes it so that passersby or people who enter Denver Union Station always conveniently look the other way whenever something weird is happening. They always feel the sudden urge to look left when they should look right, and not notice the strange things all around them. And then as soon as they walk out the door, should they remember anything, to immediately forget any odd thing that entered their brain. You see the escalators from Denver Union Station coming down where there are people showing up for work. All of the drama employees. And this one at the center of this massive, long escalator coming down, clearly a little bit behind himself. Looks a little sweaty, clearly had a bit of a rough morning, is your new teammate, Marcus, who's also been assigned to Act 3. Marcus, you see Louisa, you're both running a little bit late, and a little bit behind. Marcus, you've had to stop a few times to relieve yourself along the way, but you are here intact, and you see your teammate.
Marcus is like catches up to Louisa. He's wearing a pair of shades and he's holding this cup of coffee, and he just looks miserable as he just slowly sips it.
Oh boy, you look like you're leaning real hard into that whole hard-boiled federal agent routine thing over here. You all right? You look like you're about like a week away from retirement over here.
No, stop. No.
And it's the first day.
Ooh. Louisa, I need you to just take it down. You're this delightful ray of sunshine everywhere you go, but I need you to be, take your happiness from here. I'm gonna need you here. Maybe a bit here. I actually know I'm fine with here.
You mean like happiness, or do you mean volume?
That.
Yeah,
volume.
all right.
Yeah.
I forget that you breathers and your alcohol tolerance isn't so good.
All I remember, all I know is someone offered me something called a party starter. I think they went behind the bar and just grabbed a bunch of bottles and poured it into a cup, and they gave it to me.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Takes a long sip.
I'm pretty sure I ended up somehow in a bathtub last night, but I woke up in my own room, so.
Oh. That's good. That's good. This long, slow sip again. Oh, God. Wow, you're late.
Yeah, but at least I'm not the only one, which, speaking of, we better hurry, get a bit of a move on.
Right. He kind of walks a bit faster, then slows down a bit. All right, good. And he starts walking again.
Well, that reminds me of this one time. Just real quick story, all right? I'm going to be quiet, I promise, while I tell it to you. But real quick story. One of the times that one of my campers showed up at the camp for the first time, and their parents were just like, oh, yeah, little Jimmy's going to the woods. I'm going to bring him all these wilderness survival snacks. Poor kid ate like a whole bucket of Slim Jims and was best friends with the toilet all night long. That is a true story that actually happened at my camp.
Oh.
Never touched beef jerky ever again.
They just ate all the beef jerky?
All of it. In like 15 minutes. This kid was like a 7th grader. It's one of those growth spurt things, or like bottomless pits at that age.
Oh, no, I was all about, I was just like that. I remember when I was going through that time.
Me too.
Yeah, my mom made a pot of macaroni and said, now, Marcus, this is for dinner time. Do not eat this macaroni now until dinner. I was like, okay, Mom, I won't eat until dinner. She walked away, and I ate that whole pot of macaroni and cheese by myself. No regrets.
Except as you think of macaroni and cheese now, you like.
No, there's one regret.
Some regrets.
One regret.
One person who was not late, though, was Naomi. Naomi, you arrived on time. You're often punctual. You made it into drama headquarters and went to the briefing room immediately. You all have been assigned lockers downstairs in the basement of drama headquarters, but you settle your things, got in, and immediately went to meet with your team. You will know that you are to be all briefed today by Phoenix Ramirez to receive your first assignments, but Ramirez and the uppers want you to get to know your team a little bit better before, have breakfast together, have coffee, get to know each other, and you do know these people, Naomi, not terribly well, but you have worked with them in the academy, and they seem nice enough. Your teammates are Isabella Hansen, who is a witch, essentially, a self-taught spellcaster with magic similar to Marcus's. Essentially, if she had a playbook, essentially a spell slinger, but she is similar to you in some capabilities, but she's sort of a rainbow goth, or more like a pastel goth type of aesthetic. She is, as you enter that morning, she is already seated at the conference table, wearing these like bright baby blue leather jacket with like a skirt and some like high Doc Marten boots, and it goes to show you at least that the uniform requirements around here are pretty lax. And she is sitting across from Pat Wolf, who is a changeling. Pat's appearance changes every day. The only way that Pat makes himself kind of known when he wants to is that he has like one particular like hoop earring that he always keeps in that kind of helps show that it's Pat. But today Pat is Pat appears to be like his appearance fluctuates with his mood, and he seems to be rather buoyant today because he's looking fine. Pat is he seems to be sitting a little taller than you're used to seeing him. His appearance is a little more chiseled. His jaw's a little more square, and he just looks rather ready to begin the day. And what you recall about Pat is that he is always incurably cheerful, sometimes to an annoying degree. But as you enter for the first time, he turns with this big, bright smile of this like rows of perfect white teeth. And he just says, "Good morning, teammate."
Morning, Pat.
Ready to get going? We were just talking about what we think our first job's going to be. I'm pretty stoked to find out. And all that.
I'm ready to get going with something. You look nice today.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I thought I would try this on. I haven't really. Yeah, I've been doing. I haven't really gone this. This pretty, I guess, recently. I just thought I'd try it out. First day at work. I mean, dress for the job you want, right?
You should keep trying it.
Okay, sure. Yeah. I mean, I like to mix it up. I can't promise I'm going to do the same thing every day, but.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I don't like to. I mean, when you got the ability to change, like, why stick with the same thing all the time,
Right.
Isabella just like. Isabella is even more laconic than you are. She doesn't tend to put more than like 2 words together in a sentence. And she looks across at Pat and just says, "That's deep."
Cool jacket.
Thanks. It's blue.
It is.
Pat's just like looking between the two of you. Good talk.
So,
okay.
You guys have fun last night?
Yeah, what'd you get up to? There was that. Did you go to that bar? It was like the stupid one-word name. It was like Toast or something like that.
Yeah. It was a little snooty for my taste.
Isabella stares straight ahead and says, "Someone gave me a cocktail called a party starter. I vomited in my sink.
That seems about right.
The dishes were clean. Now
That's
they are
rough,
not clean
buddy.
anymore."
Yeah, we had a great time.
And Pat kind of smiles and he's like, yeah, speaking of that, none of my business, but did you leave with Marcus?
Which one's Marcus?
Oh,
I'm joking.
oh, it's funny. Yeah. So, is that, I mean, I think that's what I saw. Did I see what I think I saw?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you guys like a thing now, or?
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, good, because that's, I don't want you to get in trouble. That's kind of against the rules.
No, well, we're not. I mean, I guess we're technically co-workers, but I mean, we're not on the same team, so I don't see an issue.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So you're like totally against hooking up with coworkers, or?
I mean, like, I don't know. I don't want to make any trouble, but
Because I mean, we haven't technically started working together yet, so. Who's saying?
wait, like, I mean, yeah, but like that's in like, I think we're supposed to get our first assignment in like 20 minutes. Oh. Isabella is like, are you serious? That's how you're gonna, really?
Why do you think it's gonna take longer than that?
Pat is like, well,
You know what? It's fine. We can talk about it later.
okay, yeah, no, let's, yeah. I'm gonna get coffee. You want anything?
Yeah, I'd love one, actually.
Okay, yeah, okay. And he just like
Black, 2 sugars.
excuses himself, and as he walks away, his hair is like changing different colors. You see like a little like patch of like blue and green spring up on the back of his hair, and then like spread throughout his hair, and then change again. He's going through something clearly.
Is that good?
I don't know. I think he just does that when he's flustered. Are you gonna do that all the time? Cause like we have to work together. So like,
I don't understand the question.
okay. Are you gonna try to hook up with Pat like constantly, or just this one time?
Oh, no. Not more than once.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. All right.
So you're not interested?
In you or Pat?
Neither. Both?
I mean, Pat, I suppose the answer is always maybe, because it depends what they look like.
Yeah, I guess you never know.
Yeah. Today, no, not at all. Not my look, really.
There.
No.
It's a little blonde.
A little blonde for my liking, yeah. And like, as far as you go, I kind of am trying to stay away from humans mostly. So.
Okay, fair.
Just trying to branch out, you know.
That's always good. Try new things.
Have you met that that ghost girl though that was in our class? She's cute.
Oh, Lou?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, we go way back.
Really?
Yeah.
She like introduce me or something?
Yeah. Now she's like really happy, like all the time.
Oh. Yeah, never mind. That's fine.
I mean, I could introduce you. You could, like, go out for a drink and just see. She's really nice.
Okay.
She's got those flowers. You know?
I like the flowers. Flowers is cool.
You know what? I'll talk to her.
Cool. All right. Thanks, teammate. Y'all came in at a great time. Hi, Raiders. Thanks for coming in. It's our friends from Weave the Tail. Just popped in. Much appreciated. We love you very much. Savvy, as Naomi over here, is just trying to hook up with everything. So let's see where that goes. But then Pat...
I warned you.
You did. Pat reemerges, carrying 2 cups of coffee, and following behind him, in tow, we see Louisa, Marcus, and several other members of the teams that have just now shown up and are starting to fill up the conference room. And he comes down and sits next to Naomi, and you see that he looks much different than when he left the room now, Naomi. His hair is now kind of like standing up like straight in spikes and is a bright red. His appearance has gotten... his face seems to have softened quite a bit, and he now has a much more sort of androgynous appearance, and gone is the chisel jaw. He's like, here, yeah, got you this. I'm sorry, vocal cords are like going a little crazy right now. I keep switching up. Anyway, here you go. Oh, it looks like everyone's getting here now. And Isabella like kicks you under the table, Naomi, and is like, "Hey,
No?
yeah, we probably got like a few minutes, right? I don't think we're gonna start right away."
Okay. Like, what do you like to do? Bars, dinner, what?
Like rituals and stuff.
Oh, okay. I can work with that.
Okay. Thanks.
Slides over next to Lou. Hey.
Oh, hey, Naomi, what's up?
Not much. Hey,
Wait,
so
really? I'm pretty sure I saw you do at least 3 keg stands last night, and you say not much.
I'm working on my upper body strength.
Nice. Very nice.
Hey, so I wanted to ask you something, like on the DL.
Okay.
You seeing anybody?
Like seeing anybody, or like looking at you right now?
Lou.
What? No, I'm not.
Do you want to be?
Yeah, I guess. It's the first day of work right now. Is this really where we should be having this conversation? There's all those rules about like no Friday. Oh my God, are you trying to ask me out right now?
No.
Okay, because
You already said no twice. I gave up after that.
We're not supposed to with people from work, and
Okay.
I figured we'd all make it to this job, so Academy was kind of covered under that umbrella, right?
Hear me out. What if it's somebody on a different team? And
Is that
what
against
if
the rules? Would I know?
That's still against the rules, but it would be practically less messy. But it's still definitely against the rules.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah.
You said, what if it was someone on a different team and
she was like really cute?
well, I mean, yeah, but like, are you sure we should be talking about this right here? We're in like a conference room full of people.
Yeah, they're not listening.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, then yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
Start
Still
like,
just like paranoid looking around.
I start going like toward Isabella. Blue jacket.
She's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know her that well.
She wants to know you that well. She's like super witchy too.
Yeah, I can see that. That hat's real pointy. So, floats over. Gonna basically like ghostishly pull a little seat out and then kind of.
I'm picturing that just like they're at a conference table, so I'm picturing that just like your torso just like glides through the conference table through the side.
Yes.
Is just looking at Isabella from behind Lou, like.
You're just looking through my body at someone else's eyes.
Hi.
Hey. Isabella, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. What's up?
Not much, really. Just, happy nobody got mad at me getting a ride-up for being late on the first day, but, don't tell if I don't say anything, okay?
Oh. Yeah, sorry. Ramirez was already here. He noticed everyone that was late.
Oh.
So, yeah. The good news, though, is that, like, a lot of people were late because everybody got really drunk last night. So, you're probably
I can't even use that as an excuse.
Well, you're probably still in trouble, but, like, it's kind of diffused trouble because everyone did it, you know what I mean?
I mean, it's not diffuse trouble when everybody else is still alive and I'm not.
But, yeah, but you were already dead. I don't get it.
Yeah, no, I
Is
mean
that rude?
like when.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean, like it's true. It's fine. It's not a big deal. But I just mean that like if everybody else in trouble is still alive, then I'll always be that like one ghost that showed up late to work on the first day, and then everybody's gonna be like, we're not gonna hire any more ghosts because they're like tardy and unreliable and stuff like that.
Oh, I see. You're worried that like it'll reflect badly on like you and other ghosts and stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't really know what
Is that what you wanted? Oh, yeah. I guess you wouldn't.
I talk to a lot of ghosts, though. Is this weird to say? I do have a lot of ghost friends.
Really?
Is that rude?
Like who?
Well, like that's how I kind of learned that I could do this stuff. I would like, when I was a kid, I got a Ouija board, and then I would just start talking to the ghosts that live in my house, and they were pretty cool. I mean, some of them are really angry and like didn't want to talk to me and like, like attack me a few times and stuff. They can be a little grumpy sometimes, but most of the ones I met are really, really cool. And I would do like some like summonings and stuff, and I talked to some of my old dead relatives. That was really nice. That was really chill. Yeah, I don't know what it's like for you guys. I don't know if it's like weird to like summon you and stuff. I figure you probably got your own things you want to do, so like might be kind of rude.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really show up if I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that really the ones that are super tied to a specific place do that a lot, or if they've got like really strong anger issues and they just gotta like break something and take it out on someone. But I don't really deal with that too much.
Yeah. I just think, I don't know, I seem to get along pretty good with dead people. I feel like it gives you like a different perspective, that I really like. So, yeah, I think I'd like to be friends with more dead people.
Okay, we could be friends.
And also, you're like really pretty.
Oh, thanks.
Was that in
You're really
character?
pretty too.
Thanks. Yeah. Do you ever like date living people?
Well, I mean, when I was alive, yeah. I used to date
Right,
living
no, I
people all the
figured
time.
that.
I didn't date dead people when I was alive. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, no, I kind of figured that was true. That felt obvious enough that I wasn't gonna ask it, but like since you died, like, you do that ever?
Nah, haven't really dated anyone since I died.
Oh. Okay. Well, it's
I
like,
mean, can you imagine just like it's really hard to meet people because I'm just so like, ooh, I can walk through a wall, and usually, you know, people see a ghost and they're just like, scream, run away,
I'm sorry.
grab the priest, grab the crucifix.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but Naomi's trying to tell me something. What, Naomi?
Oh, hey, Naomi. But
She was
She's
just mouthing
looking-
something to me. I swear.
oh, well, I mean, if you need to go talk to her, it's fine.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll
I'll
just
be right back. Hold on.
Okay.
She gets up and walks all the way around. It's a huge, long conference table, and you're like at the middle. But you could float through
It's
it, but
the
she has to
U-shaped
walk
conference table.
walk
She's
all the
like,
way.
One of those ridiculously huge conference room tables.
Yep.
Please tell me the chairs are also just a little too big, so she's like bumping into them like bumper cars.
And there's a lot of people. It's otherwise getting like quiet in the room now, and just like Naomi or Isabella just like bumping into shit the whole way to get all the way to the other side.
I want to
Hey.
change my entire motivation into helping Isabella.
You want? What did you want?
Ask her out
Oh,
for a drink.
does she drink?
I don't know.
I don't want to be rude, like by accident or something.
Ask her if she does.
Okay,
Oh, do you need... Okay. Do we want a script?
that would be helpful. Yeah. Treat it like a
So-
ritual, you know.
Okay. Mantra. So,
So,
Louisa,
Louisa,
I was thinking
I was thinking.
I wanted to ask you out for a drink,
I wanted to ask you out for a drink,
but I didn't want to be insensitive.
but I didn't want to be insensitive.
So if there's something that you'd rather do together,
If there's something that you'd rather do together,
we could find something fun.
we could find something fun. So, Louisa, I was thinking of asking you out for a drink, but I didn't want to be insensitive. So if there's something else you'd rather do, we can do something fun.
Perfect.
Thank you. Drama school. Alright. Thanks. And then she awkwardly pushes and shoves her whole way back. Marcus, you're like still feeling your hangover a little bit, like leaning on the table, like head in hand. And she
Marcus.
bumps into your back as she goes by.
Fuck. He like Marcus then holds out his hand, and he holds out his hand into like the emptiness of space. Like, why didn't I think of this before? Okay, need to concentrate. Creation, poison, leave, body, and he then like a magical seal appears in front of him, and he turns it, and you start to see like that sickness in his face slowly leave out of his body, and you see it like the energy that the circle was slowly starts to turn greenish,
Ooh.
and he's like just slowly just extracting all of that like hangoverness out of his
You're basically
body.
you're like sucking the venom out of yourself, basically.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And
What do
he's
you
like-
do with all that energy?
And after he collects all of that energy in his hand, he reaches into his coat and he pulls out a bottle, and he just injects the energy into the bottle and seals it up and puts it away in his coat.
All right, let's do a roll, shall we? This seems like a
Okay.
very novel use of use magic, and I'm here for
Yes.
it. So let's see how well this works.
Ooh, that is a good old plus weird. So that is an 8.
An 8. Partial, so that with a partial, you get a glitch. I forgot to have my basic moves in front of me.
Also, I have the move, could have been worse. When I use magic roll, I can choose one of the following options instead of losing control of the magic. Would this also go under glitching?
Well, how's it written?
So when you use a magic roll, you can choose one of the following options instead of losing control of the magic. I either fizzle, the preparations and materials for the spell is ruined, and you have to start over from scratch, or this is gonna suck. The effect happens, but you trigger all the last
Yes, I love that.
except one.
Yeah, so that could apply. So either basically that means that your option, so there's the set of glitches under use magic. I love that this is gonna suck ones so much. You could, if you want to activate that, you can choose to either fizzle the spell so nothing happens, or you activate all the glitches at the same time.
For this case, I'm gonna choose fizzle, and it fizzles out, and all of that energy slowly leaves this eerie green magical seal and goes back into his body, and you just hear Mark's going, no, 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 no! Wow. And he like finds his head down on the table.
No, get away, get away! Oh, that's so good.
No, why? Oh God, it's worse going back in.
Marcus, you lay your head against the table, and it is so much worse the second time. It's so much worse going back down the second time. Oh God, when I think about what you essentially just did, it's truly repulsive. You basically threw up in your mouth a little bit, is pretty much what just happened.
Yeah, you just see him just looking just utterly miserable right now. And then he looks up, and that's when he realized he's right across from Naomi.
Yep.
Do you want some Pepto?
Please. If you got any.
I carry the chewables just in
Like,
case.
he reaches a hand out, takes it, and you just see him take it and just pull it underneath the hood that is now face down on the table. Goes, thanks.
You're welcome.
Gosh.
Please don't do that again in front of me.
Yeah. Oh gosh. So first day, right?
Totally.
Yeah. First day on the job, new teams. This is gonna be pretty great, I say. It'd probably be a lot better if I could focus on anything going around me right now and not focusing on the fact that I just want to die.
Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth.
What does that do?
Keeps you from feeling so much like you want to vomit.
Oh, wow. That helps. Thanks.
I've done 2 good deeds today.
What was
My
the
karma
first?
is off the charts.
What was the first good deed? Oh.
As Isabella clangs her way around the giant conference table and reaches Louisa again, and she sits down. Hi.
Hey.
Okay. I think... You know, like when there's like a song you really like, but you can't remember the first line? And then you forget the whole thing. And then you can't remember the song at all. And then there's no song, you just can't remember. Do you drink?
Yeah, I do. Well, kind of. I just sort of like float through it and I kind of remember what it tastes like, but it doesn't really do a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Is that like fun for you?
It's all right. Yeah.
Okay. So I was thinking of asking you if you wanted, and then the door opens and Phoenix Ramirez enters the room. All right, everybody, sit down, sit down, sit down, be quiet. Hey, no more chatter, no more chatter. We got a briefing to do. All right. I'm gonna do some roll call here. Going down the teams. Act 1, Isabella Hansen present. Pat Wolf. Hey, Pat. Looking good today. Caldwell. Naomi Caldwell.
Mourning, Phoenix.
Hey there, kid. Act 2, Arthur Beckett. Good. Joanna Blissett. Good. Lavender Ellingham. Great, awesome. Act 3, Marcus Drum. Louisa Mallory. How you doing, kid? And Alex Grant. Alex Grant. Going once. Going twice. Where the fuck is Grant? Anybody seen him? Kids, it's your first day as a team. We already got people not showing up. No call, no show. What is this?
Tell you the truth, we haven't heard any word from him since last night.
Was he out partying with all of you? I know all of you got a little bit something last night. That's fine. Not my first rodeo. Had a few drinks in my day. Not a big deal. You got a lot to celebrate. You gotta be responsible with this shit, though, okay?
Oh, he was super wasted.
He was incredibly wasted.
All right. All right, we have to do a little shuffle then. Grant, according to the, let me see, Grant, Marcus, Louisa, Grant was your spooky, I see here, yeah? Guy has some telepathy powers.
Yep, yeah, telekinesis and telepathy.
Yeah, fun with that last night.
I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. That's... Keep it to yourself. Alright, well, we'll have to do a little shuffle here. Caldwell, congratulations, you're on Act 3.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, congratulations, you are now on Act 3. Move.
Yes, sir.
Something wrong?
No.
Alright. We're gonna need someone to fill in Act 1, but I need the three of you. Act 3, you're up for your first assignment, so do please come with me. Got a little something, nothing big, something for you to take care of.
Can I just... Is this a demotion?
I'm sorry, what? A demotion? And he sits down, drops his clipboard on the table. Who do you work for, Caldwell?
You, I guess.
No. You do not work for me. You work for drama, right?
Yeah?
You work for the single most advanced organization dedicated to the mission of securing peace between ourselves and the supernatural on the planet.
Yeah,
That's
on
who you
Act
work
1.
Mm-hmm. You're not on Act 1 anymore. You're on Act 3, and you're asking me if that's a demotion. That when you have been transferred from one team serving the most advanced organization combating and trying to realize peace between ourselves and the supernatural to another team that works for the most advanced organization on the earth dedicated to ensuring peace between ourselves and the supernatural. You are asking me if you have been demoted simply because the number at the end of the team is a higher number. Is that correct?
It's my first day.
It is not a demotion.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Awesome. All right, Act 1 and 2. You all hang tight. Act 3, come with me. He stands up. He
Marcus.
leaves you... Okay.
Marcus gets up and goes to head out the door, looking back at the others like, well, let's go, team.
Yeah. Team?
Yeah, team.
Yeah, team.
Yeah, team.
Why are you all saying team?
I like it's a fun word to say.
It's like a mantra.
Yeah.
Like the more you focus on it, the more it becomes real.
When you say a word, it more manifests into this world, into this physical headspace.
We're a team.
The fuck
Team,
is this?
say it.
The secret? What are you doing?
I was teaching them last night when we were doing. Well, I guess it's okay to say that, but I was teaching them some of my favorite of the summer camp chants that we used to do, just to like get everybody hyped up. But like they probably just don't remember the words. But the team part is the important part, which is why we do these things, because it helps us all bond together as a group.
Team building exercise.
One
Team.
cohesive unit.
Team.
Team.
Yeah.
Team.
Lou, I love you, kid. You're about 2 shades too bright for me right now. I'm gonna need you to dial it back just a little bit.
Okay.
All right, briefing room. Let's go. And he leads you down to a door at the end of the hall that is this like big metal door that just says "Act Briefing Room." It's like a secure location. It's got like those like big like lead-lined walls, so like radio signals can't penetrate it. And he opens it up, and there is a table in there for all of you to sit at, and some case files waiting for you. And just because he's nice, there's even a little tray of snacks. There's like cheese and crackers. I didn't know what you like. Anyway. Alright, if you take a look at your case file, any of you heard of St. George's Church in Denver?
Alright.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Know of it.
They don't really like, the
Oh,
spectral
no.
stuff kind of messes with their worldview and everything, so I was let be.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. Guy that runs that joint, real piece of shit. He like, flips through his case file. What the fuck is stupid Amherst is his name. Reverend Amherst. Real asshole. Anyway. Somebody there looks like a caretaker turned up dead. Got his throat slit with a piece of broken, looks like stained glass. But all the windows are intact, so that's weird. And there is some possible dimensional activity in the area, so we'd like you all to check it out. Pretty simple, straightforward job. Not a big deal. Go there, find out what's happening. If there's some kind of real activity, hey, look, your number one weapon is a roll of quarters to call us. Get to a payphone. We'll take care of the rest. We could contain it. We might be able to reach out to whatever the entity is and maybe just make a connection, bring it back here to Auraria. No big deal. We're trying to avoid any more deaths, certainly, of course, but also, like, making too much wave, making too much public, brouhaha, that kind of thing. Simple enough.
So I'm guessing that Denver PD is handling the whole murder investigation part of everything, because...
Yeah, but they have no fucking idea what they're dealing with, of course.
Right. That makes our job. Do we know if any of the cops are going to be there when we show up?
Probably, it's likely, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
Caldwell. You're smiling.
Oh, I don't do that.
You just did, and that's why I'm concerned.
I was taking notes.
Is everything alright?
Yeah. I just got a new notebook and I'm really excited about it.
All right. You can tell me these things, you know, like, not so far detached. If something's not right, you can talk to me.
No, it's fine. And you know what? If something does come up, I will tell you. And I really appreciate that we can have that kind of relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll stop smiling.
Live your life, kid. Just, it stood out. Either you two, you good? Any questions, comments, concerns?
Oh, I don't think so. Ready to go.
Yeah, I'm good on my end.
All right. And, oh, Jesus, I gotta figure out what to do about Grant. Y'all saw him last night.
Like I said, the last thing I saw of Grant was that he was drunk. And I mean, really wasted. I'm not sure what happened to him after that. He doesn't even have my number. I mean, I really don't like him.
You see him, Lou?
Yeah, I saw him. Last time I saw him, he was trying to levitate a parked car. Wasn't going so great.
Oh, Jesus.
I went home shortly after.
He thinks that kind of thing impresses women.
Yeah, it's just real messy when he's drunk because, like, he slurs his words kind of, and he can't just, you know, do it the way he wants to. So it just set the car alarm off a bunch of times, and I was like, I think I'm calling it a night.
And he tried to recreate that scene from E.T. where he rode the bike and then he launched himself up and tried to fly over it. But
Oh man, now I'm kind of sad I missed that. I mean, yep, I left after that.
Since I have all of you alone, honest opinion on Grant?
honest opinion,
Do you mean honest, like work appropriate opinion, or do you mean like honest opinion?
I mean, like, we're alone, that door is closed, no one can hear you, and this place is shielded from radio waves, so anything that you say will never be repeated to anyone. That kind of honest, yes.
he looks like the way spoiled milk smells.
Oof.
Damn.
You want an honest opinion? That's you
Appreciate
know,
the
just
candor.
like, just you know, someone who just doesn't bathe.
This has never happened to me before, but I think that was meaner than what I was gonna say.
Oh, it was definitely meaner than what I was gonna say.
Look, I'm being honest here. He just looks like he doesn't bathe, and he smells bad every now and then too. He had a very rough body odor to deal with.
He doesn't work well in teams. He has serious jealousy and ego problems. And he gets obsessed when anyone does what he can do better.
You smiled again when you said that.
Yeah, I feel good about that one, though.
All right.
He's a shitbag.
Okay. Lou?
I was gonna say that when I used to have campers like him, we would try and give them some sort of big responsibility to like help them rise to the occasion and be like, you know, people are really counting on you. You gotta do this thing. You gotta show up. You gotta. I mean, it's a little bit different when they're like 12. You know what I mean?
That's actually a great description. It's like he never got past 12.
Yeah, that's it right there. It's
Well,
just,
yeah. Never got past the shitty part of it anyway.
All right. Well, I'm reconsidering his position. I had him on Act 3 with all of you, but it's not the first complaint I've gotten about Grant, and him not showing up today. Yeah, I'm just thinking what I'm gonna do.
If it matters, I would advise against it. He doesn't like me very much.
Try talking to him if you want.
I mean, he really doesn't like me very much.
Really? I didn't gather that.
I mean,
You know, the rest of the story doesn't feel work appropriate.
I see. Do I see? I don't know if I want to see. I think I'm going to choose to not see this one, actually.
The point is, sir, he's not the best material for our team. I think it might be best if we kind of brought him back through academy to work those things out.
Well, that's settled then. This arrangement is now permanent. Caldwell, you're officially a permanent member of Act 3. The three of you will be working together now indefinitely. Grant is on the outs for now.
Oh.
All right.
Thank you for
all
being
right.
honest.
Yeah.
All right, well, if you can do me a favor, if you're out and about, if you could try to track down Grant, I would like to know where he is. Maybe drop in on him. You know where his apartment is. Just see what he's up to. After you do your job today, no rush. But I just haven't heard from him at all. I am actually a little bit concerned. Just want to make sure he's not in a gutter or something somewhere.
If it helps, Chief, I'll cast a location spell as we are traveling to the work site.
All right, yeah, sure, that works. All right, that's all. If there's any last-minute questions, I'll take them. Otherwise, get to work.
So team assignment is permanent.
Yeah,
Permanent?
permanent. Yeah, you're officially part of Act 3. Indefinitely.
Okay.
The problem?
Great. No. Great.
Again, you tell me if it was, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Then, have fun.
Yeah. Let's go.
He gets up and leaves the briefing room, opens the door for you all to walk out. I gotta go talk to the other teams, get them all on their assignments, but you all have a great day. Call if there's any issues. Report back regularly, and enjoy the sunshine. It's a nice day out there.
Ugh.
Thanks, boss.
See you later, kid. We see
Right,
he
so-
returns to the briefing room with the big glass walls and just seems to start handing out assignments to Act 1 and the now kind of, now that Naomi's been moved, the depleted Act 1 and Act 2. And you see, after a bit, Pat emerges from the briefing room, and he looks pissed off. He's like, "What? Did you guys get anything good?"
I mean, to find good, we gotta go suss out something that's going on with like a crazy preacher at a church where some guy got stabbed in the throat.
Oh, that's
With
way
stained
cooler.
glass,
Wow,
but none
what'd
of
you
the
get?
windows are broken.
Yeah, what did you get? I mean, we're just doing an investigation.
Well, and all right. To be fair, we do have to go find Alex Brandt, which
Ugh.
Yeah.
ain't great, but probably important to make sure he's not dead somewhere.
Because it's stupid. It's fucking dumb.
What is it?
What did
What's
you
up?
get?
What happened?
Me and Isabella have to go investigate a haunted video game.
Well, that
I mean,
sounds
that does
awesome.
sound kind of cool.
You mean like you just get to play him for work?
I guess. I don't know.
Like supernatural playtesting or something like that. Oh, let me find the bugs that like make this eat your soul and make you sit with your face glued to the.
I don't think
Oh,
we're like
shit.
level testers, Lou.
Oh shit!
I mean, it sounds amazing.
Oh
It
shit!
sounds amazingly cool to see a haunted video game. Something I would really like to just
Yeah.
study.
I think it's kind of stupid, but
Wait, why do you think it's stupid?
because like I want to hunt like monsters or like make contact with some like cool supernatural creatures.
Dude, look, Pat. All right. What did I say when we were studying for? When we were looking up the basics of alchemy for that one exam.
What did you say when we were looking at the basics of alchemy?
Yeah, when when we had our cram session, we were studying alchemy for our cram session. All right, look, everything has a purpose out there. Just because you think this is a boring mission now, down the road it's gonna mean something big. All right.
Whatever. Fine.
What if it's like the ghost of somebody famous?
It
Like
could be the ghost of someone famous.
famous video game person.
I mean, there's got to be famous people who like video games, right? What else do they spend all that money on?
I don't know. And now we don't have a telepathy person anymore, so it's just gonna be me and Iz gonna just work it out on our own.
Listen, that wasn't my fault.
Yeah, I know. What, Lou?
I might have a lead for you, actually. Well, monstery kind of lead. You ever been to Auraria before?
Have I ever been to Auraria? Yeah. I mean, I guess GM voice. You're presently in Auraria, so.
Oh shit, that's right. We just kidding. I mean to say is, have you ever been? Well, no, you haven't. I would know if you had. At my apartment, one of my roommates has gotten like addicted to this video game, and it's really weird. Like he can't put it down. And I was also playing it with him, and like, don't tell Director Ramirez or Officer Ramirez that's why I was late to the first day. Is I literally could not put the thing down, and like he can't. I mean, he's normally the kind of person that'll spend a lot of time doing this sort of thing, but he really could not put it down. You want to just come over to my apartment and like interview him or something?
He looks at Isabella.
We're all definitely having a roommate meeting later tonight, so like maybe sometime then, because everybody's going to be home. He's probably asleep now, honestly.
Fine, yeah. We'll dig up any other leads we can in the meantime. But how about we'll meet you at your place later?
Okay. You all know how to get there?
No, actually. Where is it?
Let me just send you the address. It's the giant house that kind of looks like it would be a haunted house with leaning to the side a little bit.
You know what, Pat? Why don't I mean, me and Lou are friends, and I've been to her house. Why don't you and me just meet up later, and I'll show you where it is?
Oh, sure. Like where?
I don't know. I mean, my apartment is... No, it's pretty far. I can't even justify that one to myself.
Yeah, don't you live in Denver?
I'm moving.
Oh. To Auraria?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I mean, we could swing by my new apartment.
If you want to meet up in Auraria, you can always check out the Spirits Lounge. That might be a good place to get any sort of like possession information and stuff like that. They had one of those like haunted pinball machine things a while back.
Or yeah, we could totally meet up somewhere public.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. And Isabella is like, I can meet Lou at her apartment.
Yeah, that sounds good. Maybe we should just go find...
Why don't we go get to work?
Yep.
Yeah. We can work out how people are gonna be meeting people for stuff. I don't know what's going on, honestly.
I am working.
Yeah. You're working. Why don't we all figure out where people are gonna meet up later on, but kind of got to get to the church for our assignment, though.
Besides, they always told us never do meetings that you could do over an email in person. So, like, I know we're bonding and everything, but we should really probably just get going.
Okay.
Let's just meet back here later.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. And his like eyes and hair are just like cycling colors as he is Chad seems to be a little slow on the uptake, and
Did you just call him Chad?
I call him Chad. Fucking
Chad.
Pat.
I like Chad though.
I like Chad though. That is, yeah.
Chad is too loaded. I can't call him Chad.
No, don't call him Chad.
Pat.
That's
no,
a good
Pat
name.
is sweet.
Pat
Yeah.
is
That's a good
Pat is
name.
clearly low. Pat is clearly not quick, and he's not picking up what you're laying down. But it's like cycling through his mind right now, and like the gears are kind of turning as he's walking
He'll
away.
get it.
You'll get there.
The blue looks good on you, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, I think I'll keep it. I think I'll just use this for the day. Yeah, since you like it. Anyway, bye.
Okay. Take me to church.
If only I could. If only there would not be a fucking DMCA complaint if I incorporated that song into this.
Yeah.
Damn it, Hosier.
Dang it.
Ooh, we have a item name redeemed. The execution device.
Oh.
We're getting that in somehow. They can't all be cocktails. I have to think of some other ways to get that in.
It's my deadpan glare.
Ooh.
That's the name. That's it
shit.
right there.
Fucking roll plus cool. Instantly kill people. Shriveling. Alright. You leave the headquarters and step out into bustling Auraria. The headquarters does kind of stand at the this is like the drama headquarters is kind of the junction that takes you up to Denver and also into the larger city of Auraria. There's this massive open square directly outside of the drama headquarters, where you can see the whole hanging landscape of Auraria hanging from the very bedrock above it. It is one hell of an impressive sight, and no matter how long you've lived here or how long you've been going here, it never really stops being less impressive. Naomi's new apartment she's moving into in Auraria is just nearby, quite close to work. You'll be able to basically roll out of bed and get to work on time, no problem, whereas lately you've had actually kind of a bitch of a commute. And you can see quite clearly off, not too far in the distance, Louisa's apartment, which does look like a spooky haunted house, hanging from the ceiling, essentially, like suspended on a little island. There's like an old Addams Family style, like Victorian house. It's one that was actually brought from the surface down here. They wanted people to feel at home, and it has a very homey feel, especially for monsters and ghouls and all manner of creature. I was gonna come up with a name for it, and I forgot because I wanted to have like a boarding house name. And
yeah, it gotta be really a spooky boarding house name.
I like something like the something arms, the way like old bed and breakfasts used to be named and stuff like that. But I'll think of it. And across from the headquarters is the most popular bar in the area among the drama actors, called the Spirit Box. Directly across the way. Yeah.
Like that.
Marcus, as you step out and like see the front of the Spirit Box, you like flash back to the night before.
No. And the worst part is like the Spirit Box is right beneath Marcus's apartment.
Oh, awful.
Yeah.
So where do you all want to go? You can go look for Grant, or you can head up to Denver and go check out the church, or go anywhere you damn well please.
I actually would like to cast a spell to see if I can find any information about Grant.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna do a use magic, and
Yeah,
I think one of them
magic.
is like one of the effects, right? Is like the location of a object or something.
Yeah. 11.
Yeah, that's a total success. So do you want to use the effect there? I think would be the observe another place or time.
Yeah, I would like to observe another place or time. You see him, he holds his hand out and he does like a wave of his fingers. His eyes glow yellow as another one of those magic circles appears in front of him, and he's just turns it a bit like he's trying to focus in on something. Like he's like trying to tune into like a radio frequency.
And as your eyes glow, Marcus, you peer through this little kind of tear in the veil, and you're looking. You can never really control with this type of magic. You can never really. It's like you're making a camera appear somewhere, but you can never really control if the camera will appear on the ceiling, on the wall, on the floor. It'll just be in the area, and you have a kind of a weird angle here. You're looking straight down on Alex's head. You can tell it's him. You can see the bridge of his nose. You can tell by the hair it's Alex. It's Alex Grant, no doubt about it. But you're looking straight down, and he is sitting in a like lazy boy style kind of recliner. It's a big armchair, and there's sweat pouring down his face. He looks ill. He is pale and very, very sweaty. And you can't see exactly what he's doing, but both of his hands are stretched out in front of him. And you just hear, like, clicking.
Huh. I see. I got a lock on him. I see him. He's sitting in a chair. And he looks hungover and sick. But he's holding something. Clicking noise. Is that a video game controller?
Sure looks like it.
Oh. Okay, he's at his place, but he's stuck in a chair playing video games. That's why he's late. Guess he got hungover and just decided to not come in and call nobody.
Or we literally just talked to somebody about a haunted video game.
That too.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm leaning towards, that also.
Oh, were you that was sarcasm.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, sorry.
That's all right.
So should we call somebody?
Yeah, I think there's one quick thing we need to get out of the way first before we get to the order of business of the day, which is just that I'm okay with not talking about what happened last night.
What?
As long as... Oh. Never mind.
No.
I didn't say anything. I think we should go upstairs to Denver, and whatever happened last night, if like maybe somebody like accidentally walked into a room, say, or like through a door that they didn't realize was closed, and then maybe they saw something that like they probably didn't mean to see or shouldn't have, then that person would be really smart and nice and great if they just didn't say anything about it, hypothetically.
Did you phase through my apartment door without knocking again?
It was an accident.
No, it wasn't, Lou.
But yeah, I did. Sorry.
And you phased through my bedroom door? Without knocking?
I didn't see the sock. I'm sorry. I thought it was just you in there, and I wanted to make sure you were okay. Hypothetically,
how about
Yeah.
this? Hypothetically, I think the situation that you're explaining right now is definitely a situation that is, one of those situations that people shouldn't be talking about out to avoid awkwardness between friends and new teammates. Maybe this is something that could be discussed when the person is good and ready to do such.
I think that's a great idea. I just wanted to make sure that,
Hey, it happens. it happens sometimes, not often, but hey, it happens. But you know what?
Does it?
No, maybe.
Yeah, it does. I worked at a summer camp. It happens all the
Does
time.
happen plenty times. I mean,
Mhm.
I've heard many stories from my teacher about that kind of stuff. Look, it happened. Let's move on and get to
Yep.
work. All right.
Let's go to Denver.
Yeah.
Just moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Actually, Lou, can you give us a minute?
Yeah. I'll just go for a minute. Okay.
Hey, we're gonna have another conversation about knocking later. Okay. I know you're a ghost and all, but also I'm pretty sure you were a person once.
Like I said, I'm gonna just go float myself over there. You two have your little talk and let me know when we're going to Denver.
You know what would be great? Why don't you get us some coffee?
Do I look like a fucking intern to you?
All the
right,
way
I'm gonna go
across the
get you
street
coffee.
from me.
Okay. As a friend, I will go get you some coffee.
As a friend.
Happy?
As a
Okay,
friend.
bye. I'm leaving now. I'm leaving.
Thanks, Lou.
Are you?
Bye. Yes, I would be walking away if my legs could touch the ground. I'm hovering as fast as I can.
You
I
haven't
would
crossed the
love
street, Lou.
to see that.
Cross
Lou.
the street, Lou.
I have to look both ways before I
You're
do.
already
You
dead,
literally
buddy.
cannot get hit by a car.
As if to prove the point, she does do a little like woo squiggle like right in front of a car as it's going. The driver's just like, whatever, it's a ghost. And she
I
just
hate her.
poofs and then rematerializes.
I hate her and I'm never speaking to her again.
All right, Lou finally makes it across the street. I will give Colin coins to the first person to come up with a pun coffee shop name involving monsters. Much appreciated. But the coffee shop next door to the spirit box.
Black magic.
Thank you.
There we go.
Mark it.
I was gonna say the Beast and the Beans, but that was pretty cool too.
Okay, hey, there's more than one coffee shop in Auraria. Totally. All right, I'm writing that down. But yes, go to the Black Magic coffee shop and leaving Marcus and Naomi alone.
He leans back against the building. So, about last night.
Do you know how to ghost proof an apartment?
Yeah, I do. It's a really easy thing to do, actually.
We should talk about that.
Yeah, we should talk about that. We should also talk about last night. I mean, now that I'm more sober and not wanting to absolutely vomit again.
Okay.
It was great. It was a lot of fun, and I had a good time with you.
How much of it do you actually remember, Marcus?
I'm actually remembering a whole lot now.
Okay. I believe you.
What I'm saying is, though, I did, though, from what I do remember. It was a good time. I'm not just saying that or anything. I really mean it. You're a pretty cool person.
Thanks.
But I just, hope that doesn't cause any interfere with our work or anything.
Right.
Because don't want to make things awkward between us or anything. I mean, I'm not awkward.
No, you're definitely not awkward.
That was sarcasm. I heard that. What I mean is that you're a really cool person, and I'm really looking forward to working with you. And maybe, hey, if you want, just hang out after work once in a while. And you seem, like a person who likes to hang out and get coffee every now and then.
Generally I have a 1 coffee rule.
Yeah, and I understand that rule. But, rules were made to be broken once in a while. And he turns and heads towards the black magic. You want, so, we can pick up the coffee along with Lou. Plus, I want me another coffee, cream, 2 sugars.
Fine.
Fine.
2 coffees. That's all you get.
2 coffees it is. All right. And it is black with 1 sugar. And he heads towards the black magic.
2 coffees. Oh, this definitely takes me back to the hot coffee glitch from Grand Theft Auto back in the day. If anybody remembers that. Heyo. Meanwhile, back at the Black Magic, Louisa, there has been a big old line. And you have been patiently floating, not passing through people. And there is a woman in front of you who is at the counter and waiting for her coffee order. It finally shows, and she is being a real fucking Karen about it. Something's not right with it. It's something as, like, minute as, like, the fragrance isn't what she remembers it to be. And is requesting a refill and is, like, berating the person behind the counter. What do you do?
Whoa. Now, hey there, lady. You say that fragrance isn't what you remember it to be, and I, barely remember the smell of coffee actually here. But this is nice. Please, just calm down. Be nice to the person. She's doing her job.
She turns around, presses her very well-starched and creased skirt suit, gray pencil skirt and blazer. I'm sorry. Don't you work for me?
Yes, ma'am, I do. And if I remember correctly, you told us during our orientation that we were to come to you because you have an open door policy for your employees if we had any suggestions. Respectfully, I suggest you be nice to this lady who is making you your coffee. Ma'am.
You're right. I have had a difficult morning and I'm in a bit of a mood. And she turns back to the woman at the counter and says, I'm sorry, I was being rude. I apologize. Please accept this. And she slides like a $20 tip across the counter. I feel better. Now remind me. Ramirez introduced me to you. You're Mallory, right?
Yes.
Actor Mallory now, yeah?
Yes, I am. As of this morning.
Congratulations. And what team have you been assigned to?
Act 3.
Act 3. Excellent. Tell me, Ms. Mallory, what is your opinion of the ACT initiative that Ramirez has dreamed up?
A positive opinion? A positive opinion.
A positive opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Agents working in teams, this is a new concept, isn't it? And people with diverse sets of skills coming together, in 3-person teams to contain supernatural threats and possibly act as diplomats. This is cutting-edge stuff we're doing here, and you're on that cutting edge. How does that make you feel?
A little nervous, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, but to the point where I think it will help me try to do my best.
I often find that that's the case. We can only really excel when we're a little afraid. That's always been my experience. How would you like to meet sometime, Mallory? I would like to get the opinions of my operatives. You seem like a candid person. You stood up to me, not knowing who I was, but in order to do the right thing. That's impressive. I like to have people on the inside who I can trust for an honest opinion.
Yeah, I think that a meeting would be good.
Excellent. Do you have an assignment right now?
I do, yes.
Aha. And you're in a coffee shop.
I was hoping to get myself about 4 red eyes, since that's what it takes for me to haunt and possess to feel a little bit more energized to start the day. But you know what? Yes. Then we are on our way to Denver.
Denver? And what's your first assignment?
St. George Church.
Ooh, awful place.
Yeah.
Are you going to burn it down? Do the world a favor.
That
was
really
a joke. Don't do that.
Think that they would take kindly to a ghost burning down their church. It might confirm a lot of people's worst fears about ghosts possessing things and haunting buildings, so I have no intention to cause property damage.
It's a joke. Do not cause any property damage. I don't think you would. You, of course, are better trained than that. But I am familiar with that church. They tend to... Can I tell you a secret? Something just to keep between us.
Oh, all right.
Our director emeritus was a member of that church.
Is that a fact?
Yeah. Near as I know, he had some influence on Father Amherst and the sort of things that he spews, so... Yes. But that was the old days. Things are different now. New day, new drama.
I did get that one.
Well, I'd shake your hand, but I don't know if you can. Sorry,
Oh,
that's
it's
rude of me.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
And as she kind of nods and turns to go, and then just as Marcus and Naomi come in, is your entire team getting coffee, Ms. Mallory?
Sure are right about now. Yep. Hello, co-workers. We are just on our way to Denver. Is that not correct?
It is. Marcus just finished performing his ritual to kind of set us on the right track, so.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And she looks to you two expectantly, waiting to be recognized.
That's the director. What is the director doing here?
Probably getting coffee. Good morning, director.
Good morning, director.
Agents,
Yeah.
congratulations on your assignment.
And thank you.
Has everything been to your satisfaction so far?
I mean, yeah, it's been great. I thank you for the opportunity, and we can't wait to get out there and make a difference in this world.
Very good. Caldwell, are you satisfied?
Oh, extremely. This case is really spooky.
Great. Well, if you need anything, you know where my office is. It's good to see you all out in the field enjoying your first day. I'll excuse myself now. Take care, actors. And she leaves, and you can see that as she walks out the front door, there was 2 guys standing by the front door in plain clothes who follow her out as soon as she leaves. Security detail.
Wow.
I think she likes me.
I think we should go to
she's
Denver. I am just ready to go out there and make our mark around the world and start some drama, but the good kind, not the bad kind.
I don't know why you haven't gone yet. It's not like doors stop you.
You know what? Point taken. I'm just gonna, like, not even bother to hover over to where the door is, but, like, woof out of a giant picture window where, like, the espresso bar is, and just, like, the little cups and saucers are, like, a little bit as I phase through
And
them.
some person who was sitting there is just like, suddenly feels a cold breeze inside their lungs.
She's gonna be embarrassed for like the next 6 months.
I give it 7.
I'll take that bet.
All right. And he picks up the. And then he realized, did she order our coffee?
Oh yeah, totally. She just didn't bring any of it because they're so flustered by meeting the director that it was just like,
Just sitting on the counter.
Yeah, the barista's totally looking around like, where the
just
fuck
been
did
like,
she...
order for Mallory. This is the last call.
No, it's order for Malfoy because they got your name wrong
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
every time.
So sorry to make you wait. I'll take those, thank you.
Okay, sure. He doesn't care. He's getting paid minimum wage. Even down here in Auraria, that's right, folks.
So what are we betting?
All right. Let's see. What are we betting? Coffee is too simple. Let's see. What do you like to eat?
Lasagna, Caesar salad, blood of the innocent.
I mean, 2 of those things we can get at Olive Garden. I don't know about the lasagna though.
This stream sponsored by Olive Garden.
I'm joking.
I know. But if you do like lasagna, I do whip up a pretty mean lasagna. So, how about this?
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty good at it. I throw down. I throw in like maybe 2 or 3 extra cheeses than it really should be. Come a little bit cheesier, but no one really complains. But if this bet goes in either of our favors, the other person knows a dinner. How's that sound?
Okay.
I mean, though what I meant though, I would cook you the dinner. I mean, you don't have to cook me dinner though. Like you do
Okay,
whatever.
so if I win, you cook me dinner.
Yes,
And if you win, you cook me dinner.
What I meant is that if I win, you owe me a dinner if I win.
So you get the privilege of cooking me dinner.
Yeah, I'll get the privilege of cooking you dinner. I don't know how this turned out in your favor, but
Telepathy, probably.
yeah, totally, it's telepathy. It's all that telepathy right up in my mind. You're clouding my mind, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. All right, yep. If I win, if you win, I'll cook you lasagna. And if I win, you know what? If I win, I'll cook my favorite dish and then you have to eat it.
Oh, and what is that?
Oh, my favorite is it's lasagna.
It's lasagna.
Yeah, it's Italian sausage lasagna.
Just pictured my favorite dish is sex. Whoa, sorry.
Okay. So in either 6 or 7 months, we'll have lasagna.
Yeah, 6 and 7 months we'll have lasagna. I mean, it's kind of silly though. We're planning this out 6 or 7 months from now. I mean, it sounds like no matter what, we'll be having a nice dinner together.
I'm just going along with the terms of the bet. I mean, if you want to change them, we can renegotiate the contract.
I don't know. Things have already been set in stone. I don't know if I'm ready to change it just yet. Though, I mean, maybe we can extend it instead of like maybe check in on her a couple of days from now after we come back from Denver, see if she's still embarrassed.
Fine. But only because I really like lasagna.
Only because you really like lasagna. Got it. Hope you like garlic bread too.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Sips his coffee and heads out.
And as the two of them wade through sexual tension thicker than pea soup, they emerge.
Do you mean marinara sauce?
I do mean marinara sauce.
That's
yes,
what you
thank
mean. You mean
That's
marinara
exactly
sauce.
what I meant. Yes.
Thick Robusto.
It's fucking bolognese.
What is a tomato if not peas persevering?
Some big old beefsteak tomatoes.
I've lost the metaphor. Lou, you fucking soared through a window and then like went back toward drama headquarters to the escalators that head back up to Denver Union Station. Did you just go straight for Union Station, or were you like you just go straight up there without them, or are you waiting for them?
I am letting them talk about what they need to talk about. I am going to case the joint.
Case the joint? Do you go... When you go out in public, how do you manage that? Union Station is fine, because it's kind of charmed. Once you're outside of Union Station, it gets a little trickier.
I can concentrate on looking like I'm slightly more solid than other people. I do have to remember I can't just walk through walls and doors all the time. But I can be reasonably corporeal, kind of.
Serious question on the physics. Can Lou ride in a car?
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't just phase through the seats as it moves?
Mm-mm.
I'm so confused on how this works. But you give them time and you take the ride up the escalator. This is the this is actually based off of a serious escalator in real life that was in when I was in DC. It's actually one of the escalators to the metro in DC is like it's the second tallest or the tallest escalator in the Western Hemisphere.
I know which one you're talking about.
It's-
The one that you're on for fucking ever.
It gives you vertigo. It's so
Yeah.
it's so incredibly massive.
It makes you feel
I
like
know
you've died
exactly
and your
which one
soul
that is.
is like very slowly disappearing.
It's ridiculous.
I'm the
Um,
only one who doesn't know about this, and I don't want to, frankly. That
It's
sounds
a little
horrible.
terrifying
It's
and
kind of
unsettling.
terrifying a bit, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Flounder in the chat said Luke needs to concentrate and interact with things. That's it.
Yeah. So it's the Roslyn Metro escalator. It's just insanely long. It's 207 feet long. It's ridiculous. And
Oh, boy.
this ride up the escalator is riddled with all manner of creatures as you go up. Some people you know, some people you don't. But as you emerge out into Union Station, you walk past a security guard. Dude just dressed in in blue, little kind of hat on, little bulletproof vest, who very blankly just says, like, hello.
Hi.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
You are
Mr.
welcome.
Robot man, you too.
Hello.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
Okay, kind of the conversation loop.
Are they all saying this? Is it
That's-
like at the same intervals or something?
No, they're doing it as people are walking by. They do. It's just their program to just do this.
Okay, gotcha.
It's one of those things that you've seen many times, but you never get used to it because it's creepy. But it just goes to show how people are total schlubs and they fall for even the most simple illusion. The people of Denver don't catch on that these things are obviously fake. And as you emerge out into Union Station, it is always a beautiful sight. It is this massive open floor plan. Big, huge, vaulted ceiling, these very high, I mean, be about 25-foot tall windows that let in all this light. You have to focus quite hard on making yourself corporeal because even in here, the sunlight is just so bright and it just passes right through you cleanly. And you don't. I imagine also like you have to focus on casting a shadow. You don't normally cast a shadow at all.
Nope.
But the great thing about Union Station is that it always gives you a little bit of time to kind of warm up and get ready before you go out into the wider world. And people are walking by you, paying you no mind, as they never ever do. Union Station be like that. People are just hustling, going back and forth, not caring. And you see a group of kids walk by, laughing and playing. They look like the kids that used to be at your camp. About the same age. Having a great time. There are a lot of children here today in the station. And they are running about, jumping on the benches that line the center of the station. Someone's going to certainly fall off and skin their knee at some point. Kids always find ways to hurt themselves. You feel that like familiar tug of camp counselor Lou, just like almost tempted to say something to stop them, but you know that it's never totally wise to interact with people when you're above ground. Did you ever live in Denver when you were alive?
Nope. No, she was kind of like Blue Ridge Mountains area most of the time. All over that region.
Oh, Appalachia. Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's where Camp Hideaway is. Still.
And you feel a cold breeze pass through your ghostly innards.
Ooh.
And you hear a familiar voice say, "Oh, hello, Lou."
Is this Roger?
No. This is Nyla.
Oh. Hey. Oh, what are you doing up here?
Oh, sorry, did I, didn't mean to pass through you. I didn't notice you. Just on a job.
I'm gonna All right. And that would be what exactly?
None of your business. But,
All right.
got a new unit now, you know. Act 1. They had a spot open.
Fancy.
Yes, I thought so. Which one are you on again?
3.
Ah.
You know, the one where all the good stuff happens, dramatic tipping point. Nobody's antsy for intermission so that they can get up and stretch their legs and buy concessions. Always got the best songs in a musical, too. But I mean, Act 1, very, very, very important. Does a lot of stuff to like set the tone and lay the groundwork. Sometimes it'll lull people into a false sense of security that like they think they know what this performance is all about. And then suddenly, here comes a big twist. Boom. Subversion.
Yes, I suppose if this actually was theater, then that would apply, wouldn't it? But
Sure would.
it's not, is it? It's actually an organization designed to contain the supernatural, so your metaphor somewhat breaks down, doesn't it?
What do you want, Nyla?
Oh, nothing.
You didn't just come up here and pretend you didn't see me to directly walk through me when this entire platform is open. Alright? It's between trains. I'm not stupid. What do you want?
I wanted to know if you'd seen Grant. They've asked me to go hunt him down.
I haven't seen him, no. Not personally.
Okay, that's all. I just know everyone was out last night, and I know you were too, and so were the other two, and just looking for any information on where he could have gone to, that's all.
Well, personally, I saw him last night trying to levitate a car.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing he's probably just back at his place now. Probably sleeping off one hell of a hangover from what I gather.
He was levitating a car.
Well, he was trying to.
In
He was
Auraria.
mostly just... Mm-hmm.
There are no cars in Auraria, so he must have been very drunk if he brought a car down to Auraria. He's, in trouble. It's too bad. He's, a person of some ability. It's a shame to see him wasted. You hate to see it. Good luck on your first job.
Thank you.
She just floats up through the ceiling. Waves as she flies away.
Marcus just looks up at that. Yep. Yep, just keep looking at that. You alright?
Oh, I'm fine. I am just peachy keen.
No, not really. I fucking hate her so much.
Yeah, me too.
Ugh. No, really, you good? Because I will kick her ass.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm fine. Where's Naomi?
Good. Probably catching up. The escalator's long.
Yeah.
Just thought I saw my good pal need a good old emotional support wizard if they needed it.
Thanks.
I love the idea that they got to the bottom of the elevator and Naomi was like, no, you go first. And just let him get like halfway up before she actually got on the elevator. Or got on the escalator.
Yeah,
She would absolutely do that.
Totally see that.
No, really, you go first.
Hey.
All right, so if we're all here, let's go to this church.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm
They
just
love
gonna-
me there.
Try and hang back a little bit while y'all talk to him, because if somebody looks real close,
Oh, right,
Yeah.
yeah. Don't worry, we got you covered.
thanks.
So what do we know what denomination this church is? Is that important?
So it's not. So this is a made-up denomination. It is a kind of syncretic variety of beliefs. There are. This is a church
It's
that.
a fancy adjective denomination.
Yes, exactly.
Unitarian.
Oh my!
Oh, yeah.
These are. This is a church. So there are people in this world who certainly have belief in the supernatural, and not just the normal religious kind. The belief in people like all of you, in the spookies, if you will. The church, St. George's Church, began as a Catholic church, but under the guidance of several firebrand preachers, kind of split away and became its own thing. And it's largely like anti-government, just sort of like angry firebrand rhetoric about how the government is hiding the truth about the supernatural from all of us. Which, what a ridiculous idea, right?
So big William Stryker and X-Men vibes.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, it's sort of spooky Westboro.
I like to think that they, like, somewhere in their Catholic roots decided that, because they changed for a while to peace be with you and with your spirit, like, they've gone back to and also with you, just as, like, a big fuck you.
Yes, that was that. I totally see that happening, yes.
And also, you
Yes.
some.
As the biggest fuck you to the Catholic Church, yeah.
And also with you.
Do
It's
you
full
see
of
this?
extra spite.
We're not going to say chalice anymore. We're going to say cup. Cry about it.
Don't even mention the Holy Ghost in this place. Not cool.
Not cool
So
at
it
all.
turns
That
out we all
actually
have
is
some feelings
offensive.
about the
That
Catholic Church.
actually is.
We got some opinions up in here.
We got some feels about this.
Got some opinions.
So they identify as being, they refer to themselves in the old sense of the term Catholic, they refer to themselves simply as the Universal Church. But of course the irony being that they are remarkably exclusionary for a group that calls themselves the Universal Church. You know, not unlike at all the real Catholic Church. That would be
totally not.
ridiculous.
Oh, this is nothing like
Nothing
real
like that at
nothing
all.
like the Catholic
Nothing like
Church
that
at
at
all.
all.
And their current preacher is the son of the previous preacher, who is Reverend Amherst. Reverend Francis Amherst Jr.
Full nepotism.
Yeah. Yup. It is sparsely attended. There's not a lot of members, but the few that are hardcore and steadfast and never miss a Sunday. Or a Wednesday. They do Wednesday night prayer service too.
Of course
Like
they do.
those submarine Catholics.
This ain't your Christmas and Easter crowd.
Nope. It's not them or the Good Friday group.
It's not the Good Friday. This is not the Palm Sunday people. No, this is every Sunday, every Wednesday.
This Saint Chad from accounting, who we finally find out is religious because they have ash on their forehead.
Oh no.
He's like, sorry, I can't. I have fantasy Awana.
Oh my god, what?
My eyes.
Oh gosh, my guts!
Oh, Broken Savvy.
Oh,
I love Broken Savvy.
I can't believe it's happened twice.
I just had a really emotional reaction to thinking about Awanas. I never thought I would have to relive that live in front of the internet.
God, I'm glad I wasn't Catholic.
oh man. Woo.
I'm crying.
Me too.
I'm so glad these eyelashes are magnetic.
Are they really?
Yes, we can talk about that
Hardcore.
later. It's not important to the story
That's
right now.
some crazy technology.
I'll tell you all about them later. They're amazing.
So, take me to church.
God, I almost want to say I'm sorry I asked, but I'm not.
I'm not sorry either.
not
That was
sorry at all.
awesome.
That was fantastic.
Basically, this is just the world building of everything we see on their like bulletin board that, you know, has like the schedule for the week. We're just world building here.
That's all
We
it
just
is.
got like a little bit of an internal monologue about
But-
our reactions to
Two services
all.
every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a real moment where Anna said Awanas, and my brain started going Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, yeah.
Oh. That's terrible.
Ooh.
Canonical Gospels. They have their own version of the book. I'm gonna say they did some heavy editing.
They call him Matt.
He's just in the book of Matt.
Matt, Mark,
Matt.
Luke.
No, they call him Lou. They call him Lou.
Lou.
John-
They do
Lou.
call him Lou.
Lou.
They call him Lou and Johnny.
John they call Jack. The book of Jack.
All of the Corinthians, they only get one now.
Just one Corinthian. Single Corinthian.
And none of that smut from Song of Solomon, that's for sure.
Oh, that's the good shit.
That's a good shit, though.
Absolutely not.
That's a good shit, though.
Yep. Revelation has been expanded to be even more acid trippy.
Revelation
That's
they
cool,
actually
though.
took out of the Bible and made it its own like series.
Yeah.
The
Like 4
spin-off?
books of Revelation now.
It's a full extended edition.
Isn't that just the Left Behind series? That was a
Well, I
Oh,
was gonna say
yeah,
what
it is
sucks
the-
now is that they only publish them with the covers with like the actors from the movies instead of like the
Oh,
original
no.
covers.
The
so
film
it's just like a
tie-in.
fucking
So
disaster.
you're gonna see Nicolas Cage on all the
No.
covers? Oh no.
It's terrible. Yeah. They're not hot sellers either. I mean, they really only have like it's self-published. You know, they don't have a real big.
What have I
publishing
done?
I don't know, but I love it so
Oh, I
much
like
that
Flounder
I'm here
suggest
for
Paul
it.
is Pauly every time.
Genesis
Pauly.
is what-
The
Oh,
Apostle
no. Oh, God.
Pauly.
This just went a whole different way in my head.
The Apostle, DJ Pauly G.
Pauly.
That's right.
Pauly.
Pauly, you writing another letter?
The,
Always with
I
the
can't-
epistles.
No, we
The
can't
bread-
do that right
bread
now.
is the bread is my body, and you shall sup upon it. The wine is my blood. Polly, stop shotgunning the wine. Stop shotgunning
They
the
keep
wine.
Pauly.
saying the bread is my body, but I can't have carbs for the next 3 weeks.
Bro, I can't eat carbs at all, bro. I can't eat this kind of stuff. I'm on keto.
Oh, Deuteronomy. I like that one. That's good.
This is the greatest thing.
Turned into a huge dude bro church.
Fucking. It's not that though. It's so much worse.
I know.
We made it worse somehow.
We made it endearing. Stop making it endearing. Oh my god.
We're
No, I
professionals.
can't have carbs, Pauly.
I'm in the induction diet still, Paulie. I'm not in ketosis yet. Jesus.
It is. I gave up carbs for Lent. You know this.
Polly, it's fucking Friday. What, you stupid? Come on. What, eat that? Can we only eat that kind of meat on this day?
Come on.
No, we
Fish
can't.
Friday,
We're all-
idiot.
Everybody get in the car. We're going to McDonald's. We're gonna get a bunch of fish sandwiches.
Get some
Filet
fish
of fish.
fillets.
Oh god, that's like
Get some
actual
fillets.
Anna's childhood. Gross.
Oh boy.
So.
Take this away from me.
It's not
Just
safe in
take
your
these
hands.
hooks away from us. Don't. We cannot continue
I
this.
cannot be trusted.
All right. No
I'm
more
muting
church.
myself.
New mission. Everything's changed. So.
Is there any? Yeah, I was
You
gonna say.
invited me.
I know.
I blame myself for the Iwata reference. I was gonna ask, is there some sort of like office area that we can go to, or is this like a church where there's like a guy standing outside being like, shake your hand, come in, like what?
At the church itself.
Yeah,
Um,
like I'm assuming this isn't when they're in the middle of like holding a service, or then there's probably some like office we can go into. And
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
not a service going on right now. So yeah, if you, how do you want to get to the church? It's like it's a little distance away. It's more on the outskirts of the city. How does a bunch of spooky people and a ghost travel through a major American city?
They use a boober.
yep,
Uber.
Did you say a
We
Uber?
afford an Uber?
I said a boober.
It's also
Thinking it.
1999. You can't get an Uber.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
We use a yellow cab.
Time
Public
to bring...
transportation.
Public transportation.
Public transportation.
Oh, there's no way. Naomi definitely has a like
There's
a bus
gotta
pass.
be
Oh,
one
yeah.
of those like little trolley type things too. That is just
yeah.
like the,
Public transportation
yeah,
is also perfect because you can be as fucking weird as you want in public transportation.
Yeah,
and
That's
no
nobody
one-
also
cares.
true.
Yeah.
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 No one. The things I've seen on the
Totally
subway. It's
I've
fine.
seen plenty of weird things on the subway.
7 train was the
God.
first place I ever saw people fuck on a train.
No, it's even better. Seven Train during Comic-Con season because Seven Train stops right
It
outside of
was during
Javits.
Comic-Con season. That's what
Yeah.
they were in cosplay.
There you go.
I cannot believe you're talking about this right now.
Oh,
On my
really?
Christian stream.
This is a
In my
family
Christian
stream.
Minecraft server?
This is a family stream.
This is a family
No,
show.
it's not.
Family stream. Well, it depends on the family.
Yeah.
That's true.
We take
The bus.
the bus.
The bus.
You take the bus.
You know, like people with magic powers and a
Yeah.
ghost
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Just
totally.
like they do.
Yeah, yeah.
Drama totally hooks you up with like a sweet Drama totally hooks you up with like a sweet unlimited bus pass because that's
I
what
was just
they
about
do.
to say, we
Yeah,
get
that's
whatever
what
the
they
regional equivalent of like the Orca card is there
Yeah.
or something.
Yep.
Like, yeah, that's the Orca card.
And
Nice tax-free.
travel through Denver. It is November right now, kind of cold out, but bright and beautiful. There is not a cloud in the sky, but it's one of those bright cold winter days where plenty of sunshine, but just kind of a stiff breeze and not totally unpleasant. Not a lot of snow on the ground, but bright and sunny. The streets of Denver are crowded as they so often are. The bus is crowded. It's standing room only to get around. Some people literally pass through Louisa and don't even notice because no one pays attention on public transportation whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like Louisa, you're like backed against a window, like holding on to the bar at the top, and some people are pressed against you, not even realizing that they're phasing through you.
Mm-hmm. Well, she actually likes that because it's a lot less obvious when, you know, there's a lot of jostling and you don't know where it comes from. And also because she never falls down when the bus breaks suddenly because she's floating. Maybe.
It takes a while. There is no direct bus route to get to the church. You have to get off and switch buses a few times. Until finally, after well over nearly 2 hours of switching buses and public transportation travel, the joys of public transportation. You get off at the stop just down the block from the church. There is, at this point, no one else left on the bus, really, just the three of you. And this is kind of the end of the line. There's a transfer station down there. The bus driver brings the bus in to a parking lot, brings it into this big bay, shuts the bus off, just says, "All right, end of the line," and gets off, leaving you alone on the bus. You're just a short ways down from the church. What do you do?
Marcus hops off the bus, looks around and looks towards the church. Is there any is it an active like police investigation going on right now, or is this just...
Yeah, you see police cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cops are here.
Yeah. I mean, somebody's got to come pick up the body. We can't really do much with that.
Yeah. May screw up with the investigation, but we could probably figure a way around this.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be some explanation that they'll...
Nope. Let's go.
You walk down the street, and as you get closer, you see that the police presence is heavy. There is police tape set across the shed at the back of the building. There are a few officers milling about near that shed, but the whole area is roped off to pedestrians. Closest you can get without anyone probably confronting you is the sidewalk in front of the church. And you also see that the door to the actual main sanctuary is also cordoned off with police tape. And there are no shortage of cops milling about here, but there is one who's kind of like, as you get near the front of the church, is standing there just kind of like keeping watch. She is looks like a middle-aged woman with her hair pulled back in a very tight bun with a hat on. Standard, uniform, pistol at her side, but she's just kind of looking around. And as you come close, she just says, "Sorry, church is closed today, folks."
No worries.
Can I help you all with anything?
You know, no, I think we just got turned around. We'll get out of your way.
Okay. Can I help you find anything?
Nope, all good. Thanks.
Y'all have a good day.
All right, so.
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Doors don't mean anything to you.
I had the same idea.
They do mean something to us.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can get inside, maybe make sure one of the doors is conveniently unlocked, I can make her look the other way.
Sounds good to me. People are always propping open rear exits. They'll just be like, oh no, what is that cinder block doing there? Ah!
You know, you probably don't even have to say that out loud.
Right. Okay. You do the distraction, I'll do the infiltration thing. Do what I'm good at. Just make sure nobody sees what I'm doing, all right? We're in big trouble if they catch that.
Got you covered.
All right. And she's gonna like go sort of around towards like the back area, probably where like the sanctuary of the church is, like farther away, just to like take a very sort of wide thing so that if the officer that we were talking to is paying attention, it just looks like she's walking away back towards the bus station. And also, because effects are fun, fade a little bit more into the incorporeality so that if she is walking away, it's like, oh, just like fading into the distance until you're just a speck on the horizon, no more.
So you're going around, you're swinging around the back of the church?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll go through the wall.
All right. You swing around back. And as you come around the back of the church, just before you phase through the wall, you see that shed back there.
Mm-hmm.
They are moving aside the tape, and they are pushing out a gurney with a body bag on it.
Mm.
And as you phase through the wall and enter the sanctuary, you see officers are lifting up a gurney with another body bag on it and pushing it out the front door. And that's where we will end for tonight.
These cliffhangers!
Y'all took too long. There's another victim.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no, another mystery for us to solve. Whatever shall we do?
Let's split up, gang.
Ah.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah. People getting killed.
Oh no!
Oh noes.
Oh no!
Wow.
Wow.
That
yeah.
had a whole lot of shit in it. That was a lot.
Heck of a first episode.
Seriously though. Oh
Gosh.
my god.
Like, I want this as a TV show so bad.
This is a ridiculous amount of fun. It's a ridiculous amount of fun.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Y'all
Are
went
you
hard
okay?
in the paint, like right out of the get-go.
Look,
Oof.
you know what we're about.
Oh yeah, fucking glug
We
glug
warned
glug
you.
glug glug thirst. That's what we're about.
My secret cap. I'm always thirsty.
I like realized like as soon as I describe anyone as remotely attractive, I immediately think like, what have I done?
Well, the thing about it is that if you don't immediately describe them as attractive, I am gonna ask.
Somebody's gonna ask.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Someone will ask.
Yeah.
Like, I will say, hey, give me a thickness check. What's going on back there?
And I gave you a sexy changeling. I mean,
Hashtag blessed.
I mean, he can be every bit as attractive as you wish him to be, so I had to balance that out by making him utterly oblivious. So,
But that's also cute, is the thing.
It's a charm, though. It is such a delightful charm.
is that Naomi? Does Naomi think it's cute, or does Savannah think it's cute?
You don't know.
True. The obliviousness part? I don't know. It didn't seem like Naomi's thing, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I can't tell
She
Naomi.
likes a challenge every once in a while. Otherwise
yeah,
she'll
that
get
makes
bored.
sense.
Yeah,
That makes
that's
sense.
true.
That makes
If it's
sense.
always easy, it's not fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, fucking Pat is now the target
Oh boy.
This week.
this
This'll be
week.
fun.
Yeah.
What? So, I will say I made the NPCs for all of the other act teams, and one person on one of the act teams is in fact a siren. So,
Ooh.
there's your challenge.
Oh. Nice.
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 I'm here for it.
I am so here for that 100%. Drag me to the depths.
Just at the point where I'm just
Yes.
like, oh god, I know what's going on in the basement of Louisa's house. Am I gonna encounter this person?
My
That's where
favorite,
my mind went to for that.
I'm just like, oh god damn it!
my favorite fucking part, because I knew you'd take the bait on it. I knew you would take the bait on it perfectly. Was when I said there was a deer carcass in your kitchen. He's like, God damn it, Randy!
That was so great.
It was so
It
perfect.
was so perfect.
Randy!
That was...
God damn it, Randy.
Damn it, Randy.
Clean up your shit, Randy!
I
Chore
told you
wheel
to
is
clean up the
for a
kitchen.
reason. We have a chore wheel. It is your turn to keep cleaned up the kitchen.
Vampires don't do the dishes.
Oh, fucking Roger. I love
Roger.
Roger's
I love all of them.
I
because
love them
I
so
made
much.
most of them except for Randy. Randy was Colin's idea.
Randy was the very
Bless.
first. Randy was the very first
one.
NPC we made. I was just
Yeah.
like, there has to be a werewolf named Randy. That has to
Just
be.
That's it.
Bless every single one of Louisa's roommates.
Oh, I
They
can't
are
wait for you all
angels
to meet
and must be
them.
protected.
We haven't even met all of them yet.
We
Even,
can't wait
haven't.
for you to meet
They're
them.
so good.
Oh,
And
And
Randy-
I want a show of that. I want like a show of
Oh, I know.
Luis's
It's
apartment.
fucking sitcom.
Yeah.
it really is.
It's just like an old. Louisa's apartment is just like an Adult Swim cartoon from like the late 2010s.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's basically because we're in 1999 and this is a sitcom situation for Louise. It is definitely one of those like 1999 sitcom apartments that are way too big.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Like a friend's
that you should
apartment.
not be-
Wide
yeah,
camera
There is no way
angles.
you can afford
you
that.
Oh,
cannot
yeah.
afford that apartment, but yep, here you are, a bunch of monsters living in this apartment.
Well, you know, I love to describe shit with camera angles because that's just the way my brain works, and I totally like whenever we're in Louise's apartment, we go to like 3-camera sitcom setup.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah,
single time.
exactly.
I
Exactly.
totally saw it like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So we've
Yeah, it's
met
like-
Randy the werewolf
You met Randy, you met Roger.
and Roger, and then
Hmm.
the two in the basement were mentioned but not seen,
Yeah, you'll meet them.
and then
eventually.
Rawadri was mentioned by Roger but not seen.
Yeah.
But the ones in the basement are my favorite. They're just they have a permanently flooded basement for the creature from the back lagoon and the Rusalka to go fuck in all the time.
I love that.
yeah.
I
The
fucking love that.
aquatic monsters.
The aquatic
Flooded
monsters.
basement
Yes.
to live in. That now contains a deer carcass. Yay!
Yeah.
They were hungry.
Mm.
I'm glad we got we got to I gotta write out even more of these, but like we got to introduce some of the other actors, Isabella, Pat, Nyla. Some others were mentioned like Arthur, Joanna, and Lavender, but you haven't really met them yet.
But I wrote them all down because it's me.
That's the
Last
Act
names
2.
and everything.
That's the Act 2 team. Arthur, Joanna, and Lavender are Act 2. We got to meet Sloane. We got a little bit of Sloane. which-
Guys.
God.
I love that part so much.
Fucking Sloan, step on me.
Fucking knew it. I knew it.
I mean, same.
Yeah, as soon as I introduced Sloane, I was like, yeah, I'll put in this like really severe woman in a pencil skirt and watch the thirst flow even further.
You let me name her Sloane Savage. Like, I don't know what else you expect.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, be nasty or service workers.
And then, of course, my favorite, Hey!
Oh my god,
That was-
Phoenix.
Phoenix is the
I
best.
love Phoenix so much. He's the greatest boss in the world.
Incredible.
He's a nice guy. He knows what's up.
He just keeps being like, listen, you can talk to me.
Open door policy, like you can tell me.
And I want to be like, listen, Phoenix, you don't want me to talk to you.
You just think you do.
I feel like Naomi's one of those people that's like, you don't want me to talk to you because she knows the second she starts, it's just gonna open the fucking floodgates,
Yep.
and it's just gonna be like,
Yeah, you
suppressed
don't-
emotion. So
Yeah.
You
it's like,
think you know what you're getting into, but holy
Yeah.
shit, my man.
one day it's
No,
gonna
my
come
dude.
out and
Yep.
things will happen. I'm sure.
He's just trying to be supportive.
Look, he's a good
I
boss.
really like Phoenix.
Phoenix
is
has
great.
been in this job so long that he died, okay? So he,
Yeah, he
knows what
literally
he's
died.
doing. He
Mhm.
literally died and just showed up to work the next day.
He knows exactly what these agents are going through.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he was a new agent once.
Yeah.
Just wants to be there for you.
Yeah.
My man.
I adore him.
I
Like,
yeah.
Hey.
hey.
Hoo-ah!
I just adore him.
I also just love the idea that fucking Naomi's just gonna be putting salt all around her apartment to keep Louisa out now.
Oh, it's gonna
also
be a whole thing.
facilitating me going on a date. Like, geez, wow.
I wasn't
She's a
expecting
good
that.
friend.
She's a good friend, yeah.
She's a
I kn-
good friend. She just also expects you to knock on doors.
Oops. Comedy gold.
I was
gonna
not
think
expecting
about-
that.
I just want to think about what it looks like if Naomi goes to Marcus and is like, no, so I wasn't kidding about ghost proofing an apartment. Like, can we?
Oh, he knows she wasn't kidding. He knows. He is ready for this. Like, as soon as he said, "Can you ghost proof an apartment?" He's like, "Yeah, I can do it." It's like because it's, hey, that's old hat for him.
Yeah, it's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Pretty
But
basic
also, he
stuff.
gets to hang out in Naomi, so it's kind of like a win-win for him.
Godspeed.
She loves Louisa so much and is also like, doors are important.
She loves Louisa, and she loves doors.
Boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, the physical ones, you know, with the hinges and the knobs and the locks.
What are those
Yeah.
called again? Oh yeah, doors.
Doors. Yeah. I am just here that I am settling into the role of dorky bad boy for Marcus, and I refuse to change this at all
It's
whatsoever.
so good.
I refuse
oh
to
my
change his
God.
personality.
As far
Naomi's
as-
one weakness.
I refuse to change his personality.
fucking
at
got
all.
me so good though, Savvy, with like Colin was genuinely tripped up because like, how the fuck does a human respond to that when you were talking to Pat and you were like, well, we're not working together for like another like 20 minutes. I was
That
like,
was so
how
great.
does a human respond to that? Like that.
But he
Woo.
isn't human.
True,
Your
it's
guess
strangely.
is as good as mine, dude.
So I was like, okay. I mean, I cheated a little bit. I was just like, easy way out, make him oblivious, because I don't know what the fuck to say to that. So make him oblivious.
I feel like I was possessed for the last 3 hours, so I don't know.
I don't know what came over me. Savvy and I talked about how like Naomi thinks she's extremely coy, but is actually just ridiculously direct with everything.
She thinks she's flirting, but what she says is, I mean, we've got 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like my joke was like with Naomi, like her version of flirting is to just ask directly but make it a hypothetical question. Like if someone who looked exactly like me were to ask you to go have sex in the next 20 minutes, would you say yes?
And would it offend you if it was in a supply closet?
Hypothetically.
I adore
Hypothetically, because there are several other rooms on the floor.
I adore Naomi so much.
Not for
I
nothing.
adore her bluntness so much. Is like because it's this bluntness even when she's trying to be sincere and kind. There is this bluntness in it that is just
Oh yeah.
chef kiss perfect.
I
I'm
love
glad to hear you say that, because like I was so afraid she was gonna come across as just like mean.
No,
No, it's actually not.
Exact opposite.
Surprisingly
it's very
not.
endearing.
Opposite,
it's
though.
very endearing.
And not for nothing, I love the fact that that Marcus calls her out whenever she says something like, "Yeah, I get it. You're being sarcastic," and I like it. I like that, and I like that whole they are both being two people who are incredibly sarcastic, just headbutting over and over again. to see who actually believes what the other person is saying first.
Yeah.
It's cute.
good.
It's
So
so
good.
It's
sweet.
cute.
Ah.
Bless. All right. Let's,
It's
I
real
guess,
cute, y'all.
do like the. Oh, I do want to say too that I just think that fucking Louise is such a ray of sunshine, and it makes me so
Aw.
happy.
Oh my gosh.
Such
so
a
cute.
A
ray of
blessing.
sunshine.
So cute.
Like, Luis, you're at a 10. I need you at a 7.
That's
Maybe a
great.
6.
Gotta just turn it down. 2 shades too bright for me right now. Just
No, she's incredible.
She's incredible. I love her.
She's fun because I've never like really done a consistent accent on a stream before. Like I do mannerisms and stuff like that, but for her, I was just like, I mean, this is just kind of how I eventually start sounding when I'm around my family for any significant length of time. So I'm just like, why not?
It.
She's
I-
fun.
I will say my entire family is from Alabama and Tennessee, so it is a real triumph that I spent an entire stream not mimicking your accent.
I knew this would be hard mode because that's
Like-
the thing for me too. Is I'm just like, focus, concentrate, don't.
I don't know what it is
Yeah.
though. Southern accents are the most transferable. It's
They are.
very hard to not imitate. If you're around it long enough, you pick it up. I don't know what it is, but they are infectious.
I have a natural one.
Yeah.
Theater school will beat that out of you.
It will.
But I am
Well,
sitting
yeah.
here because my brain is going, Louisa, goddammit. I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
I swear,
Yep.
y'all are gonna really piss me off.
And now I just
I
hope
said my
deep
piece
down,
and counted to 10.
Now I just hope deep down there is a moment where Naomi gets so upset that accent comes out.
We learned Naomi's secret history. She's like actually from Arkansas.
Now listen, my mama told me if you can't say nothing nice, you don't say anything at all. But I swear to God, you're about to push me over the edge.
I'll make your brain explode with my brain. I can do that. That's power I have.
I can do that, but instead of doing that, what I am gonna say is bless your little heart, and I will
Oh,
talk to
no.
you tomorrow.
Stab.
Oof.
Shut the front door.
This just makes me so happy because I get to do all of the things that like my Midwestern mom and everybody else is like, don't do that. It doesn't sound proper. And I'm like, hey now. It's fun.
Legit though, I didn't know what Randy sounded like until he started talking, as I so
Well,
often
That was
do.
I
funny.
love Randy so much. I love the because it's not even the accent. It's just he just radiates this big mannerisms of big, fluffy, happy boy.
Yeah, totally.
He's
Yeah.
just Randy.
Yeah,
He's just
he's
fucking
Randy.
Randy.
Like,
It's like Randy is the guy that when you go to a bar, you just know, like people just think they walk in like Randy's here, Randy.
Hey,
Exactly.
Randy.
And he's the like,
Norm.
"Hey,
Yeah.
what's up?" thing that happens.
it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
Randy.
No, that is
Gee.
literally a case though of the southern accent being infectious because I didn't know what Randy sounded like, and then you started talking, and then I was like, I guess Randy's southern now. That's Randy.
The same thought process I had. I was like, oh shit, what just happened here?
Also, I loved her doing the hardcore Midwestern goodbye when they were telling them, "Look, can you please go and give us a moment?" She did
Oh,
the
yeah.
hardcore Midwestern goodbye. I loved that.
Still waving, walking backwards, and shit.
I'll just stand on your porch for an hour and a half and just be like, oh, I really should get going now. It's getting late.
Oh, better get going. Yeah.
That's just me as a person as well. I'm just like, ooh, past my bedtime.
I'll say my point of reference for Randy after I started talking was it's just Scooter from Borderlands. It's
Oh yeah,
that's exactly what I was
So
going
that's
for.
why I loved it so much. Because like
Scooter's
that
my boy.
scene- yeah, that scene made me cry. Like I
Oh.
legit sobbed during that scene. And then the
Catch a ride.
yeah, and then in the prequel before Borderlands 3, there's a mission where you do a funeral for Scooter.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it-
Holy, why are you
wrecked
telling
me.
me these things?
It wrecked me so much.
He's my
Oh,
favorite.
no.
He's my favorite character.
He's also so
He's
fucking weird, and I love him.
He is.
Yeah.
Like I based Econ partially off of Scooter.
Off a scooter.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is where
you'll
the cars
meet the
live. Get you
monster.
one.
You'll meet the monster roommates soon. They're fun.
There'll be so many.
I just can't wait to meet my teacher. I cannot wait till you guys meet him.
Fucking yeah! I got all these great NPCs.
I got to meet
work
my
with.
nemesis today. I didn't think that was gonna happen in the first episode, but the second she showed up, I was like,
Oh yeah, I was trying to think who I wanted to give everyone at least one of their kind of like NPCs showing up. I didn't get to all of them, but I wanted to get at least all of that, at least something in, and I was like, this is a good place to throw Nyla in. Why not? Just took...
I legit cannot wait for Alex to actually show up on screen.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about what we're gonna find, honestly, but
Yeah.
Naomi's
like, Anna,
not.
the player, is excited. Louisa's just like,
It was like, fuck him.
like in
Naomi's
her mind,
like, I mean, if he's dead, fine. I don't have to talk to him anymore.
in her mind, Louisa's not worried that anything bad's gonna happen. There I go again. Anything. It's like
Anything.
Anything.
I'm trying. She's not worried that anything bad's gonna happen to Randy because he's just like, he's Randy. He'll be fine.
He's Randy.
Randy.
Randy!
Like an evil video game? What? No way. That could never happen. But other people.
I realized that I was being a little too coy, and it didn't work that great. Because I was when we were talking about Alex,
Yeah.
about where Alex was. So I said that you saw it from the top down, and that you saw like his head, and that he was sweating. And I said that he was sitting in a chair sweating, and that you could see his hands moving. And then I realized immediately after, I'm like, God, it sounds like he's jerking off. I just
Yeah.
Okay. Glad I wasn't the only one who realized that my description was a little off there.
I thought that, but I was like, I was tempted to say, he's jerking it. Nope. Just gonna say he's
I was glad that you covered my ass though.
Pressing the D-pad
If you know what I'm saying.
very carefully.
I'm so glad you covered for me. By the way, it's called the joystick, and I'm so glad that you covered for me there. By being like, he's playing a video game. Like, yes, that's correct. That's what he. Thank you.
It's funny because that's what I was expecting you to find, like, as Marcus, and so I was just like, oh yeah. So then, yeah.
Sometimes I get coy for no reason.
Yeah, we all felt it and then knew what you meant.
That's good. That's good.
Also, I am loving playing a spellcaster in this game because it's so great. I could just think of like, yeah, I want to do magic that does this.
Yeah.
Let's roll to see if it happens.
Yeah,
And the
like that
magic
a
is
lot
so
about the system.
open-ended in
Mhm.
most of the week.
Like I made a hangover cure, but I failed it, so I doubled my hangover. So yeah.
Yeah, just remember that like the effects there, like the used magic effects, are pretty broad, and you can make them do almost anything. But there are limitations because it's supposed to be anything beyond that. Anything beyond those effects is big magic.
Yeah.
And that's when things get more complicated. But
And that's why I
magic's
love
cool.
like that whole rule I gave to him. Like I wanted to kind of like give him a rule of using his magic that magic has to go, like everything you do has to go someplace or is taken someplace. That's why I had him have that jar in his pocket of like putting all this gross energy inside of it.
Law of equivalent exchange.
Yeah, law of equivalent exchange. That's his whole jam.
yeah, it works.
And I will say, because she did a lot of bullshitting, like, the whole session, I wasn't joking. Naomi does actually have a little bit of a plan.
I believe it.
And she really does like lasagna.
She does also really like lasagna.
Oh god, that was so
I don't
great.
know why that was the first food that I
Because
thought
it's fucking delicious.
Lasagna's
that's why.
amazing.
She like
so
lasagna,
good.
probably.
She would
Like,
like lasagna though.
It's the ultimate food because it's both a comfort food and it's a fancy food. It's both meat and cake. It's like a
It is
pumpkin-
basically
meat
Yes,
cake.
it's
Totally
meat
It is a
cake.
meat cake.
It's
Yeah.
just like
It's a big old savory meaty tiramisu.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
What's that pasta that's made with like squid ink?
Oh,
Squid ink pasta.
Yeah, I don't think it has a special name.
I don't think it does. Yeah, I don't think it does.
It
I
might
think
in
it's
Italian.
It's
but
Italian,
I
so
have
it's
no
got a special name.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Just because I picture that's what Naomi likes because it's also
'Cause
matches
it's
her
black.
color scheme.
idea.
Yeah. I thought about saying something else and being like, oh, like, salad with like the, because I think that's what she would tell most people.
Yeah.
But now she was like, lasagna.
When she said the blood of the innocent, I was like, okay, do I make Marvin just balk at this point, or does he lead into it and keep going? Nope, he's gonna keep going.
You said Marvin. That's your masked character.
That's my mask. I have too many characters with
I don't know who
MAR
Marvin
names.
is.
I have too many characters with MAR name, so I know that's gonna happen again. Watch.
Okay, well, I guess we should Stop bullshitting.
Stop streaming.
Yeah.
I guess we'll call that debrief? I don't know.
Stop bullshitting is a big ask. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
about
that's a
this.
huge request. I don't know.
So
we
thank
can
you.
stop
Thank
bullshitting
you.
live.
Everybody for tuning in to Act 4, our after show where we talk about the show.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep.
That's a good name for it.
I've
too,
like
man.
forgotten.
No, it's
I
not.
do.
Don't laugh at that. It's not
Don't
funny.
give me that.
No.
It's a good name. I like it. Call it Act 4. Maybe Epilogue.
Curtain call.
Epilogue now.
Epilogue.
Hold
That's
on.
a curtain call.
Oh.
And then we can just sit here and congratulate ourselves for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And catch some flowers and stuff, and it'll be great. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Mhm.
Try not to
Curtain
get
call
hit
is
by
good.
the proscenium when somebody misses the misses the cue. It's just like dunk. I saw
I
that happen once. That was
I'm
hilarious.
having so many flashbacks.
Yeah.
right now.
You know what sucks? Having to do the proscenium when you're like a foot and a foot taller than everyone else. So
Oh, yeah. I literally don't know what that's like.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
It's-
I
it's
can
rough.
imagine.
Oh, Rex threw us flowers in chat.
Aw.
Yay.
Thank you.
Oh.
I'm catching.
Guys, I
I'm-
feel like, I don't know, you're all so fucking ridiculous that I seem to have forgotten how to run a stream. What do I do with this part? Oh, yeah, I guess let's do outro stuff before we go. As you tell the people what you're doing in the weeks to come, also, we've already talked about it a lot, but what the hell, we had fun. Throw in your favorite bit of the evening. Let me go over to Wally.
what's up, y'all? It's your boy Wally. You can find me on Twitter at WALLE132, just like the cute little Disney robot. Let's see, what am I doing? Got going for the rest of the week? Oh boy. Let's see. Wednesday, I'm over once again at playing with some people in the same group. I don't know. They're okay. But I'm playing Black Void with them over at Weave the Tale, and it is so much fun. Colin is such a great DM of this system. He is just bringing.
up.
That's the best part. He's making
Oh,
it
and
up.
that's such a great DM of everything.
Yeah. And then I get to RP with Anna. Also, she is an utter delight to play with, and the game is a lot of fun too. So tune in for that. Then over on Friday, once again, I am playing a game with another person over at Valerian's channel, playing some Lancer up in the morning for some Friday morning TTRPGs.
Y'all
Playing
fucking play
some
together
Lance-
3 times a week now? I just realized that.
Yes.
Holy
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah. And I started playing Lancer over there, and it's so much fun. We are way in overhead. Like, boy, howdy, are we in overhead. I don't know how we're going to get out of this. So, yeah, let's see what happens. And then after that, Friday night over at Nomadic, I am playing Starfinder with my all-bear party. We've just recently launched out into space to figure out the source of all uplifted awakened bears and why are they so smart. We are going up to find the grand source and research it and make sure that all awakened bears don't lose their intelligence.
When you
And
say
then,
bears,
Yeah, no, I mean bears.
okay, not like heftier versions of me.
No, oh no,
Okay.
no. I mean straight up bears. Like uplifted bears are basically bears.
Are there any uplifted
have-
otters?
Totally probably have them.
Okay,
I mean,
dope.
don't see why not.
Dope.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then every other Sunday, I am over at Matt Steppen playing some Sunset City Mass, and that is always a delight to play. Check that out. But I'm not playing this week. It's my break week. But hey. And then I'm back here Monday playing some Monster of the Week. So tune in.
Yeah, man.
And one thing that I enjoyed this session, I really liked Naomi doing her best to help set up Izzy and Luis.
That was
I
unexpectedly
love that.
sweet.
It was unexpectedly sweet. Yeah, it really was. It was just a delight to see these two, because you do see that big, oh, I knew them as there were little kids energy between them. So
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
adorable.
yeah.
That was adorable.
Yeah.
Speaking of
That was sweet.
adorable ghosts going on dates, Anna,
Oh, hey, it's me.
you think
Where else can you find me? At Namiria941, most places on the internet, except on Twitch, because I'm now back to streaming things on my own channel, and we're on track to make affiliate, which is like, whoa, exciting. That's Namiria Streams. You've probably seen the username in the chat, but we're mostly just streaming a bunch of narrative games and, talking about big feelings and stuff like that. So come say hi. When I'm not doing that stuff, and when I'm not doing everything that I do with Wally, who has already mentioned like half of my games because this is just life now. I do GM a game of Parcelings over on Weave the Tale on Thursdays. That is a super fun game about people with weird inky word parasites living inside their brains, and strange things happen. And then Friday night on Critical Misses, we have our end of campaign Q&A session for Beyond the Twilight Road, which is our Zweihander campaign that just wrapped up last week. So we had a very like emotional ending to that campaign, and we wanted to get together and basically just do like a little stream Q&A debrief thing like that. And then an exciting new thing appears that now I can actually share. Starting this Saturday over on my friend Bright Dystopia's channel, we are going to be beginning our Volo's Guide to the Sword Coast campaign, which is an all RP streamed game of Baldur's Gate 2 Shadows of Amn, kicking like back to 1998 when multiplayer was difficult to do, and it's still hard to do it using 1998 technology, but we are making it work. So we're playing through that campaign together with a bunch of other awesome TTRPG people, and we're doing it in full character, in full cosplay the entire time. So come check that out. That's going to be on Saturday afternoons.
Damn.
Yeah.
Everyone's always so busy. Speaking of busy. Oh, you have a day off now, though.
I have. You didn't even say my name, but I'm going to assume you're talking to me.
Sorry, yeah.
Well, we do have the same day off, I think.
Yes. Speaking
so
of busy.
So it could be confusing.
Speaking of
I have
busy,
a big
it's Savvy
announcement.
Seaworth.
A huge announcement.
Yeah.
I have 2 days off now.
Oh, fuck. Are you bored yet?
Dang, what you gonna
Incredibly.
do with all that free time?
Incredibly. 2 days and Wednesdays off now. I'm streaming those days. Hello. It's me. I've been wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet.
Wow. You know, last week you said one day you'll do outros like a normal person.
I won't.
It is not this day.
It's not this day either. Hello. I'm Savvy. I'm at Savvy Seaworth on the internets. And when people say the word busy, I assume they're talking about me. You can find me most of the time on twitch.tv/game nights. It's game with 2 G's and nights with a K. You can also find me here on Mondays. You can also find me in a new game that I've just started. I know I just said I have more time off, but I did also just start a new game on Sunday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/lbhackemup, playing in our all-ladies D&D game called Playthings of the Gods. And I play a centaur who's really obsessed with the stars. It's very fun.
So you're doing double duty on Sundays now, then?
I am, yeah. I'm GMing Monster of the Week at 4, from 4 to 7, and then I'm playing D&D from 8:30 to 11:30.
Damn. Busy day.
It's awesome. But yeah, we just had our first episode yesterday, so go check that out. It's in the VODs, and it will be on LB Hack'emup's YouTube very soon.
Very.
I can't believe you're making me pick a favorite thing
I know.
Shit,
out of
forgot.
all of this.
There's
I'm
too
so
many
mean.
things. It was such a good game. There's too many things.
What do you got? Come on.
I think my favorite thing was, because we had talked about it briefly before and I didn't know how it was going to come up, but my favorite thing was Anna/Louisa just kind of off the cuff mentioning, "Oh no, I walked in on you." And then the just like probably 10 minutes that was spent backpedaling off of that was so like, it was so real and genuine and incredible, and I just loved it so much. It was so funny. And
was good.
yeah, and just I thought it was nice because Naomi was really mad, but also like not,
Really mad.
because I think she kind of like expects it at this point. So she's like, but also some of it is like, well, yeah, yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
you
I
really
mean,
just can't be
I just
mad
thought it was
at
lovely.
Louisa for too long, because It's just like a ray of sunshine.
And I did get to yell at her, "You can't even get hit by a car."
That was
was
one of
so
my
great.
favorite
I
love
lines.
that.
That's
I
one of my
love
favorite lines.
Because
that.
it's like the way the scene was, because like
Oh,
she's
it's
trying
so
to
funny
leave,
to
Marcus yells,
picture.
"Cross the street!"
It's like, I have to look both ways. No, you don't. Now you're just lying.
I fucking love, I just love scenes like that. That's entirely, I don't know, you guys both did really, really good, improv there of just both adding to the scene of, like, it started with just, like, Louisa wants to walk away, but then I think it was Savvy added to it, like, basically, you're still, like, added to the scene, you haven't left, you're still here. And then it just kept building, like, you can go anytime now. You're still halfway across the street. Why are you?
We've all decided that we know doors don't stop you.
It was such a great moment. That was
I
really
loved
good.
that. I
It
really
was.
loved that.
And I really don't think there are cars in Auraria, because that didn't make any sense to me considering the way the city's laid out. Like, you wouldn't have fucking
No.
cars down there. That wouldn't
I mean, they got
happen.
bicycles probably.
Yeah, I think people get around on bikes most of the time, yeah.
Yeah.
I just like to imagine that if we retcon because there's no cars, it was just some like, I don't know, really old boggin riding around on like a penny farthing bicycle that was like, "What ho, reckless females!" And I just like poofed out of the way and then came back.
What ho?
Hey,
This is where my
Writing
brain
down the
goes.
line, what ho, reckless females.
I feel like the city has
Band name.
a weird like bike rental service that is run by a bunch of kenkus. I don't know why it's kenku,
Oh, I love
but
that.
it's a bike
though.
rental service ran by a bunch of kenkus.
Oh, that's good. I like it. Yeah, Kenku cycles.
Yeah.
Dig it. Yeah, there's definitely a bike rental. There's like city bikes. I'm pretty.
Yeah.
There's...
They probably had city bikes before city bikes was. They had city
Fuck
bikes
yeah.
before city bikes was a thing.
Yeah, no,
Totally.
there's totally city bikes. I think the most there'd be is like mopeds or some shit like that to get around. But like, there's not gonna be cars. The streets just aren't very wide, and y'all are living on stalagmites hanging from a ceiling with bridges connecting.
It's like trying to drive a car down like a cobbled medieval road somewhere in France where it's just like, they didn't have like vehicles that were wide and
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
So it's just
Right.
like,
I
little
think
sidewalks.
probably like mopeds are like a luxury. down
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I also feel like there has to be like, you're underground. There has to be pretty strict emissions policies.
Yeah.
You can't really have exhaust or anything. It's probably like all electric vehicles. My vision of Auraria actually was inspired by seeing a picture of Denver, that was the skyline of Denver reflected in a puddle. So it was just
Oh.
it was just the skyline
Oh,
of Denver
cool.
reversed upside down, and I
that's
just
so
pictured like, what if
cool.
you took the whole city and just hung it from the ceiling basically upside
I
down?
really
and that's-
like that.
I like that.
I
yeah.
really like that. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I wanted it to be an interesting setting. I didn't want it to just be like an underground bunker or something. I wanted it to be a little more alive than that. So
Yeah.
it's a big, open, cavernous space with an underground lake, and then all these buildings
Yeah.
just hanging from the ceiling like stalagmites with
Oh, I
bridges
love
connecting
that.
it. Yeah, I would love to get a drawing done of it just to get to see it, because I can see it in my mind very clearly, but I can't draw for shit. So I would love that. What was your favorite bit, Anna? Did we get that?
Oh no, we didn't because I forgot. I always forget. I always forget something during outros. What was my favorite bit that hasn't already been said? Or no, I'm sorry. I just have to go with the monster roommates. That was my favorite
I
part.
know.
Just
Yeah.
the detritus of finally getting the kitchen cleaned up just killed me.
God
That was
damn
awesome.
it, Randy!
Randy! God damn it,
And-
Randy!
It's also because you have you always have at least one time in your life one grumpy, disgruntled roommate, and he's a 10-year-old vampire.
And he's a 10-year-old vampire.
Yes!
Yeah, I love that.
Oh,
Roger is my boy.
I love Roger.
I don't know who I
love-
liked role-playing more, Randy or Roger, but Roger...
Well, I know I enjoyed making all of them a whole cloth out of my head.
It was literally Randy was the first one, because it was just like, yeah, we have a bunch of... Because Anna said she wanted to have a bunch of monster roommates, and I was just like, well,
Yeah.
Randy's obviously a werewolf, and that was the end of that discussion. That was...
Yeah, like he said that, and then it's like wall of text of who all the other
Yeah.
roommates are.
Roger,
Fun.
conceptually, Roger is my favorite, though. The 10-year-old vampire.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah,
just
I like
fucking
that.
bitter. Wasn't there a kid? Wasn't it an interview with a vampire? There was like the little girl.
Yeah, that was what's her name?
I can't remember
Nut
the
Bunny.
God, that's such a trope because that's in everything. So all
Yeah.
I can think of is the little girl vampire from Skyrim and the Dark Brotherhood quest. I'm like,
Oh
that's
yeah.
that's not
I
the
bet.
Enrise. Yeah, but it's just like I can't think
Oh,
of the
Kirsten
name.
Dunst. That's who it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I remember in the
You're right.
interview with the vampire, she was like super pissed because it's like you couldn't have just like fucking like waited till I was an adult, so I'm just stuck like this forever.
Ugh,
And
And
Roger,
it's such a huge trope. Yeah, and I love it.
dread.
Roger is totally just fucking angry because he's a forever 10-year-old. Poor guy.
I mean, I'd be pretty pissed.
I'd be
I
pretty
would
pissed.
be
Well, for a
too.
10-year-old.
Being 10 was not that fun.
I
It wasn't
hated being
so fun.
10.
I'd want to do that forever. Yeah, no.
He just wants to fucking hang from the ceiling and sleep, but Randy won't stop playing video games.
Listen, me too, buddy.
I hear you. No, I feel you.
Same, buddies. All understandable.
That's rough, man. All right, so, hi, this is my channel. You've been watching it, and I love you and appreciate you very much for it. We're gonna be playing this game every Monday night till we get sick of it. We'll see. I don't know. We'll take it by the arc. This will probably be like a 3-4 session arc, and then we'll talk after that and decide what we're gonna do. But this is Monster of the Week Act 3. It's going to be back here every Monday at 7 p.m. The other stuff we got going on, every Sunday on this channel at 7, we do a one-shot. It's a different game, different system, different cast every single week. And coming up, just last night, we did a Fistful of Darkness, which is a Blades in the Dark hack. That's a Wild West or Weird West Blades in the Dark hack. And it was weird, and I got really drunk, and it was something. And this weekend, this Sunday, March 14th at 7, is a game of Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition. Baby, we going back in time to the edition that I loved so very much. I loved 4th edition. Played it forever, and I want to rehabilitate its reputation and show people it's actually really good. So definitely come check that out. Sunday at 7 here. The other thing I do is Black Void on We the Tale of 6. Anna and Wally are both in that. You've both heard about it already, so I'm not going to beat a dead horse. And then starting... where is that? Yeah, so starting next Saturday, the 20th, I am going to be GMing another Monster of the Week game. This one is going to be over on Laugh Love Lindy's channel. She asked me to come over there. We're going to do every other Saturday from 8 p.m. to around midnight. We're going to be doing a Monster of the Week game over there. So that's going to start on the 20th, and we'll continue on the 3rd of April and the 17th of April. So check that out. It should be 3 sessions we'll do over there. It's going to be really fun. And speaking of Lindy, we're going to go over and see Lindy because she's on right now and doing a game. So we're going to drop in and say hello. But until next time, we will see you back here next Monday at 7 p.m. for episode 2 of Monster of the Week, Act 3. Good night, everybody.